Okay. This is insane. You can still hear the crowd. They are now 40 minutes late to starting. Wow. They are too scared to come out. Sorry, it's a little frozen. There we go. Ah!
Let's allow the people who came here to give their voice to this issue the moment to speak.
Wait, because here, listen to the difference.
People came here
if
to
I
say
pause,
a few words, and let's give them the respect.
If I pause
that
the
they
Spanish
deserve
version,
in order to express
you
themselves.
can't hear the crowd.
We will hear every single public comment today.
Really?
Everyone who filled out a card will be heard today.
Well, how many cards were, passed out? Sorry, Eva's sleeping on the laundry. Can't hear anything, right? Look what happens. All that audio is coming from the Spanish version, the SAP version. Isn't that insane? Thank you for subbing, Hujib.
We are going to have a meeting today. It will happen. Now, it can happen with everyone in the room. It can happen with everyone in the room, or we can have a meeting without any of you in the room.
Wow! No way! But you know what? They would try and hide.
Have a meeting today.
New prediction. People are not going to stop protesting, and they're going to kick everybody out. That is my prediction.
Today, and we will. We don't want to put you out.
Yes, you do.
This is your house, and we want to hear from you. But we have to do this and let everyone have a chance to speak.
Nothing. Nothing. It sounds empty. And when you listen to the Spanish version, isn't that wild? We eating the rich in here? Nah, man, we're eating quesadillas. But yeah. Here's the thing. I don't think they're going to resign. They should. They should not keep their fucking jobs after this. But being on city council pays about $200,000 a year. They're not going to give it up. I feel sad that I like this chant, but it makes me think of Frosted Flakes. The cops already have their riot gear ready. A lot of them have their riot helmets, probably more. But they have zip ties. Last time, I still remember they arrested Ricky because they pushed him into like the little chamber area in the middle. They pushed him in there. And they're like, oh, well, you're in the chambers now. The Spanish version does not have the protester's voice filtered out. The English version does. So, like, obviously you can hear the people, right? It's live. This is the English version. Volume is up. Nothing. Nothing. That's City Council, baby. That is our LA City Council. So that's why we're keeping it on the Spanish for now until they actually get the meeting rolling. Literally, just do the meeting. You can hear each other. You're fine. Thank you, Lady G. Just start the meeting. Did Nury resign her position as president of the city council or from her whole council seat? Good question. Nury Martinez has only resigned as president. She is still technically a sitting city council member. All of them are. I believe Ron Herrera may have resigned, but he was not on city council.
We would like to hear from Councilmember Bonin. We would like to hear from Councilmember Bonin. Will you all make that possible for us?
So,
we would like to make...
I want to at least hear a little bit of that.
And after Mr. Bonin speaks,
Is it
with this meeting so that everyone here
So Bonin is the city council member. He's a white man with an adopted black son. Son's like a toddler.
We will proceed.
Who was the center of
Mr. Bonin.
Nury's comments.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, it actually got
Good
quiet.
morning, everybody. Thank you.
No wonder Bonin is like, I'm not running for re-election. I don't blame them. They hate him. They're awful to him.
I want to be home with my family right now.
Oh.
I am, but I want to say a few words.
Yeah, Bonin's not running for re-election because of his mental health. This cannot be helping.
Trying to wrap my head around
Poor Bonin.
everything that was said and everything that is happening. My husband and I are both raw and angry and heartbroken and sick for our family and for Los Angeles. And
I'll higher the volume.
as an Angelino, like most Angelinos, I am reeling from the revelations of what these people said. Trusted servants who voiced hate and bile.
Mm-hmm.
Public officials are supposed to call us to our highest selves. And these people stabbed us and shot us and cut the spirit of Los Angeles. It gave a beatdown to the heart and the soul of this city. But before anything else in the world, I'm a dad.
I love how he used the word beat down because that's the word that Nury used to describe how she wanted to, physically harm his son.
I am a dad who I'm a dad who loves his son in ways that words cannot capture. And I take a lot of hits, and hell, I know I practically invite a bunch of them. But my son, man, that makes my soul bleed, and it makes my temper burn. And I know I'm not alone, because Los Angeles has spoken, and it feels the same way. When the LA Times called me on Saturday,
I'll higher the volume. His mic is low.
And the reporter summarized some of what was on the tapes. And my first instinct as a father was to implore them, don't run the story or at least be vague. Please say made racist remarks about my son, but I didn't want to see the specifics in print. I didn't want him to have to hear them or read them someday. And I also knew that the tapes contained much more, learned even more in the past couple of days, much more than the comments about my son. And as
this kid is going to read these comments one day.
The white father of a black child, you stumble and you fuck up and you try to do your best to be a parent and an ally, and I get it wrong a lot. I get it right sometimes. I knew that I did not want this story about virulent anti-black racism to be centered on an angry white dad. And you know, I was afraid this was going to be in the California section. It's been in international news. You know, these words, they cut and they stung. You know, I know that I can never really know or comprehend or feel
Somebody's
the weight of the daily relentless racism, anti-black racism that my son is going to face.
really.
But man,
Oh yeah, she's not giving up that paycheck.
I know the fire that you feel when someone
Is the
tries to
Spanish
destroy
sap
black boy joy.
bothering anybody at all? Are we okay if I
Man.
just leave it as is?
It's a rage. And you know, my husband and I were both raised at a time when, as gay men, we didn't think that we would be married, or that we would be allowed to have kids, or that we'd be allowed to have a family, because our relationships and our families were considered illegitimate. And a lot of what on these tapes stung. But over the past 2 days, I've heard about a lot more than me and my family. I've heard about attacks on the Oaxaqueño community. I've heard the homophobic tropes. I've heard anti-Semitic remarks. I've heard incredible coordinated efforts to disenfranchise blacks and renters and to weaken the voice of progressives and to undermine anyone who tries to do coalition building. And it's overwhelming, and I am outraged, and I'm sickened by it. Now, there are a lot of
I
people
want to
who
keep the
are
Spanish
now asking for
version
forgiveness.
on because they actually play
And
the crowd's reaction.
asking for forgiveness is a good first step, but, well, it's a second step, because first you must resign
Resign.
and then ask for forgiveness.
Yes, they need to resign. Action, then words.
But let me be clear.
Uh-oh.
People should not ask me for forgiveness, because I can't forgive them because it's not my prerogative.
You don't have to.
It's the prerogative of a boy who is too young to really understand what the hell is going on. And when he's older, maybe when he's in high school, you can seek his forgiveness. In the meantime, people that love him are going to try to help him understand when a schoolmate mentions something, or when a well-meaning stranger approaches us on the street to say how horrified they are by what happened. Or, and it kills us to know this is going to happen a lot sooner than we like, when he does a Google search and he reads the actual words that were said.
I'm happy that at least they haven't been writing about the son's
And it's
name.
not my place to forgive the slurs and the treatment of the Oaxaqueño community or the API community or the Jewish community. It's not my place to forgive the coded comments against the gay community or to forgive the overwhelming, casual,
Racism?
joyful anti-black raceness of the entire conversation.
So casual.
And it's not my place to forgive that coordinated effort to disenfranchise all these communities and all these people. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to be able to forgive the offenses against me and my family, and I want to lead with love and generosity and model the world we need to create. And I promise you I'll try. But to do so, first today, I need to focus on love. I need to focus my mind and my heart and my family's attention
Okay, right.
on all those who have shown kindness and love to my wounded and hurting family.
He really is one of the nicer people on LA City Council.
I especially want to thank Marquise.
He cares a lot about
Isaac
housing
Bryan, and Karen Bass and Melina Abdullah.
and trying to vote against over
And all the parents of black and brown babies who have reached out with a focus not on me, but on my son. And I want to thank all of the other LGBTQ parents who reached out. Those people know how to put families first. I want to thank Mary Garcetti and Nithya
What?
and Eunices and Ugo for
Why?
their friendship and for their love
Did he just thank Hugo?
and for their moral support. It has meant more than I can
Yeah,
say.
because Hugo's going to
But
replace
from
Mitchell
so many
Farrell
others,
in
literally
District
thousands
13.
of people from around the world. And I want to thank everybody
Yeah,
who has
Nithya, I do like
reacted with
Nithya.
fury and indignation. I am... On these tapes, I have heard the worst of what Los Angeles is. From you, I am hearing and I'm seeing what the best of Los Angeles is.
Aw.
This city is strong.
I don't want to put
And this
words
city
in
has a
his
very
mouth,
big
but I
heart.
think he wants to accept forgiveness,
And
and
Los
that's
Angeles
such
is
a bigger
going to heal.
person move.
We can
Well,
be,
I mean, he said earlier
can
that
be.
he won't,
can be.
and that it's
with a
not
lot of
him,
work,
that it should be
a
his
city
son, but his
where
son's
our
too young to
reality
understand.
matches our aspirations. We need to be a city that doesn't just issue a statement of indignation over something like this,
Nope.
but does the work to make sure that no little black boy, no young Latina, no kid anywhere hears this, and that
Where the
no
resignation's
community feels disenfranchised and disempowered.
There we go.
I'm almost done.
A moment of frustration
work,
and anger. Yeah, she was
that
laughing on that tape when she was joking
is
about
never
beating
done.
him around the
And
corner.
it is always, always renewing. It's daily. There was moments with the Tom Bradley Coalition where that was real. There were moments in the multiracial coalition that elected Antonio Villaraigosa where that promise was there. In Karen and in Marquise and in Nithya and in Ulysses and in Isaac and in Ugo, I see the incredible promise of that coming in Los Angeles, a powerful, heart-led, multiracial crop of young progressives who are determined to build coalitions. The power is there, and the heart is there, and the fortitude is there. And I have more than hope
Okay.
in the pain and all of this. I have more than hope.
What a stand-up
I
guy.
have faith that that can happen. Thank you.
Oh, is he done? Is he leaving?
Mike, thank you for your courage. Thank you for expressing your sorrow. We share it with you, Mike, and you can tell in this chamber you're surrounded by people who are here for you, who are here for Sean, who are here for Jacob.
Thank you. Sorry
We
you had
must
a
carry
4-hour
on
ride.
so people
Holy
can be
smokes.
heard.
Nobody likes Mitchell
Today
Farrell, though.
is
He's
Tuesday,
responsible for all of the
October the
awful
11th.
homeless sweeps in Echo Park.
We'll pause for as long as we need to. We'll pause for as long as we need to. Colleagues, yesterday,
The crowd isn't even that loud.
yesterday, colleagues, yesterday we celebrated
Indigenous Peoples
our
Day.
fifth All right, seeing as we're not going to be able to proceed with what we're seeing right now, I will have to call a recess. We'll start this
You're
meeting
calling a
again
recess?
once we're able to regain order in the chambers. So we're on recess, and we'll start this meeting until we regain order in the chambers. Streffan?
I bet they're going to try to call this recess, which they've now done.
Okay, just to be clear, we're
And then
taking
they're
a
gonna try to
recess to
clear the
regain
room.
order in the chambers.
They start the meeting 45 minutes late. Let Mike Bonin speak for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then they go to recess? Come on. Absolute cowards. Eva's snoring on the laundry behind me. I accidentally stumbled on the pro-Columbus side of Facebook yesterday and made me want to die. I didn't even know that was a thing. Did they cut off the mics? English, Spanish. Here we go. Regain order equals increased police presence in the chambers. Also, it's awesome to see the women of Iran protesting against the barbaric Islamic practices of yeah, happy to see women of Iran protesting if they don't want to wear it. Were Nunez, De Leon, and Cedillo in the room when Bonin spoke? So I don't even see Nury. I think she's on a leave of absence, possibly. I don't see anybody else. I see Bonin right there. We saw, obviously, Mitchell Farrell. I think we saw Nithya. Yeah, why hold a recess? Like, you can hear each other fine. And clearly on the online stream, you're able to mute out the crowd. Did she resign? No, Nury Martinez did not fully resign. She resigned from her role as president of the city council. However, she is still a sitting council member. Unfortunately. Are they playing music? Oh, they're playing the music on the English one. Oh, it's so weird to have them play at the same time. It feels like a movie. It feels like a movie.
Start with
Question,
that.
if they resign, would a leftist
But
replace them? I think they have to vote.
For that to happen, we need order in the chambers.
Entonces,
We need order in the chambers in order
orden
to
en la
hear
Cámara de
from people
Representantes para
who
poder
are here
escuchar de las
and
personas
have
que
taken
están aquí
time
y han
to
tomado
provide
tiempo para
public comment.
proporcionar comentario público.
In order to do
Para
that, we
poder
need
hacer
order
eso,
in the
tenemos que
chambers.
tener orden aquí en la Cámara de Representantes.
I feel like I hear Ricky.
So
I think
we
they
would
have
like
to-
to begin
Así que
with public
tenemos que
comment.
comenzar
Here we
con
go.
el comentario
Finally.
público.
If members of the
Si
public
los
would like
miembros
to
del
speak,
público quisieran
we can
hablar,
start with that.
podemos hacerlo.
Wait a fucking minute. They're going straight to public comment?
So,
They're not even going to
if
talk
members of
about
the
que si
public
miembros
would
del
like
público
to address
quisieran
the council,
hablar con
we
el
can start with
concilio,
public
podemos
comment,
comentar.
but
how
we need to
about
clear the
an
podium to do
apology
that.
first?
Tenemos que aclarar el podio
Before-
para eso.
in order to do public
Para poder
comment,
hacer
we'll need
comentario
to
público,
clear the hall
necesitamos
and make the
que
podium
el
available for public comment
pasadizo
in order to
esté
accomplish that.
sin personas y
We
para
have
poder
plenty
llevar
of
a cabo
people who
eso,
are here
tenemos
to
muchas
provide
personas
public
que
comment,
están aquí para
but we have to
proporcionar
have order
comentario
in the
público,
council
pero tenemos
chambers
que tener
in
orden
order
en la
to
Cámara de
accomplish
the
that.
hour
Representantes para
time
poder
limit
llevar a
on
cabo
public
eso.
comment.
If the public would
Si el
like
público
to
quisiera
address the council
hablar con el
individually, we can
consejo
start with
individualmente,
public
podemos
comment.
comenzar con el comentario público.
So,
Así que
but we need to clear the podium if we're going to take public comment.
El podio esté libre para que el comentario público.
So,
Here's my prediction for a
Así
wild
que
twist. I
we-
bet Nury leaked it and
we'd
she
like
doesn't
to,
step down.
we'd like,
Why would Nury leak?
so we'd
leak
like
it?
to start taking
Así que
public
quisiéramos
comment.
comenzar a tomar
If you'd
comentario
like to
público.
address
Si
the
ustedes
council,
quisieran hablar con el
we need to
consejo,
clear the podium so that
tienen
members
que
of the public
aclarar
can
el
speak,
podio para que
which I think is what you're here to do.
Eso es lo que yo creo que están ustedes
That's
aquí
kind of
para
fucking
hacer, ¿verdad?
condescending, considering you guys are the one who owe the public a big fucking apology.
So
Like,
let's let the people
Listen,
speak. We need
this
to
is
clear
how
the
city
podium to
council
do
is
that.
with people
Tener un
on a
espacio
day when
aquí
they're
para que las
totally,
personas puedan
totally,
ir al
totally in the
podio a
fucking
hablar.
wrong. And they owe the
Okay,
people
so
an
we're trying,
explanation.
we're trying.
Estamos
Imagine how they are.
Mr. Surchenko,
Señor
please stop
Surchenko, por
shouting.
favor, deje de
So
gritar.
we need to clear the podium.
Tenemos
Did,
que
they just
tener
acknowledged
un
Ricky.
para que las personas
Richie
puedan-
Surjenko, please stop shouting.
No, we've got a quorum, so we
No,
can start the
tenemos
meeting.
un
They
quórum,
fucking
así
hate
que-
Ricky.
We have a
Richie is
quorum,
part
but
of Peter City
there is
Council.
an order of public
Hay
comment,
un
so
orden
you'll
de
be
comentario
called.
público, así que les van a
Your
llamar.
name will be called and you can step to the
Su nombre
podium and
se
make
le va a
public
llamar y
comment.
van a
But in order to
poder
do that,
pasar aquí al podio
we
para
need
que
to
den su
call the
comentario
meeting
público
to
para que
order
puedan
by
hacerlo.
taking
Tenemos que
roll.
tener un
By taking the roll.
orden en
It's kind
la
of spooky
Cámara.
We're
how
gonna
they
we're going
often
to
single
we're gonna do
out
that
Presente.
so that we can
particular
begin the
activists.
public comment.
Comenzar el comentario
So with that,
público.
Madam Clerk,
Con eso, Madam
would you
Secretaria,
please call the
¿podría
roll?
usted, por favor, decir quién está aquí?
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield.
Blumenfield present. Let's start the meeting.
Ah!
Bonin.
Yo presento, vamos a comenzar con la junta. Bonin.
Let's see, can you... Okay, you can kind of hear the crowd.
Blumenfield, Bonin, Buscaino, Cedillo, De Leon, Harris Dawson, Hutt, Koretz, Krikorian, Lee, Martinez, O'Farrell, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez. 10 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Nuri's not
And
there.
Mr. City Attorney, if you could please read the rules for public comment.
I can summarize them.
Sorry about
So
that.
for members of the public, we're going to take public comment. You can speak on any of the agenda items that are open for public comment.
Here we go. This is... Ooh.
Which are items 19 to 26 and 34. You have a minute for general public comment too if you wish. I have a feeling that most of you probably want to talk in general public comment. So you'll just let me know what you want to speak on, and you'll get a minute per item if you want to talk on the items, up to 3 minutes, and a minute for general.
Is Nury the
if
only
you
one
want to talk
resigning?
about
Nury is only
the things that have
resigning
been spoken about earlier
from
in the
her
meeting.
role as president.
Okay.
She is still a sitting
So,
council member.
Let's,
believe she's taken a leave of
we can call the
absence.
first speaker.
And with that, we are ready. Let's call
So she's
upon
not here at the
Candido.
moment, I believe.
Candido, you
cannot
called several
face
items
the
on the
public.
agenda and one item for general. So you have 3 minutes for the items
Okay.
and 1 minute for general public comment. Candido.
President of the city council.
So
So she's still
So
on
can
the
we let
council,
Mr.
unfortunately.
Candido in? It's his turn to speak.
Here we go. Here we go.
Candido, it's yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. You did call upon me. My name is Candido Maris, and I've been here since 1989, and I've seen corruption here for all those years. And for many years, you folks know that I've been fighting Miss Martinez, and I condemn her for her words.
Yep.
Because she has laid a nuclear bomb here that we will not allow to divide us. We must come together as people of this great city, and we must join hands, and we must forgive also. Please, those
What?
of you in this community, you have to forgive. You know
What?
you have to forgive. We could be in the same situation with Martinez, but please, just try to forgive. But this has been happening since for many, many
This guy's
years,
sending
and
mixed
I hold
signals.
this council responsible, and I thank you for giving us the time.
Thank
you, Candido. Thank you. And now, if
All right, way to
all
use your
speakers
comment.
today, you can speak on general public comment, and we'll hear every last one of you. So feel free to just focus in on what you're feeling today. Next, we have Herman on the queue. Herman?
Low, low, low.
Whoa.
How's everybody feeling today? Do we want justice?
Yup.
¿Queremos justicia?
Sorry.
Okay, a esto viene the comments of now former City Council President Nury Martinez and Council Member Kevin De Leon, and with the complicity of Gil Cedillo and the former Federation President Ron Herrera, who were in the room laughing at these comments, are racist
and participating.
Disgusting.
They were participating.
And undermine the solidarity work that we've all been building here in Los Angeles. These four individuals have possibly damaged the decades of intentional and difficult work of building multiracial understanding and solidarity among Black and Latinx communities. Martinez and her colleagues proved that they care more about consolidating their own political power than being of service to our great city. The offensive anti-Black, anti-Indigenous, anti-child, anti-queer, anti-tenant comments are revolting.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next we have Herman, followed by Red Chief, followed by Mike Greenspan. Thank you. We're going to get through every speaker today. Herman is next.
Oh, that's why Mitch O'Farrell. I just clicked with me
Chief,
that's why Mitch
and
O'Farrell
next
is
speaker. Herman,
kind
Herman,
of.
you
Oh
have the
God, what if
microphone.
Mitch becomes the president
Mr. Herman, it's your
with
turn.
Nury stepping
You have
down?
your next card in.
It should be Bonin.
So the mass returns to Los
They
Angeles.
cut everybody's
to
mic
speak
at the
on
1 minute
item
mark,
19,
which is
20,
lame, especially today. But
23 and 24, and finally 26. My grand entrance, I want to thank you all for having us here. As el grito de Hispanic culture. Now, Mr. Falbo, can we read into the record my items, please?
Mr. Herman, which items did you sign up for? You've already used 30 seconds up.
I'm regarding all items, 3 minutes, and my non-general public comments, sir.
You've used one meeting. We'll set the clock for 33 minutes for the other items. Please stick to the items, Mr. Herman.
I
Right?
will
There are a
try
lot of people
my
that want to
fucking
speak.
best.
A lot of people that want to speak, so please.
Right, I will try my fucking best.
all right, speak.
Public hearings have not been heard. Item 19. Kevin De Leon's a piece of shit. Fuck item 19. Item number 20, relative to offer of a reward for information leading to the identification, apprehension, and conviction. Snitches get stitches. Shut your ass up and let me finish, fool. Let me finish. God damn it. I got 3 motherfucking minutes. Motherfucker want to get into rough.
Yeah, that's
Stop the clock.
You're done.
So,
Whoa.
Herman, you're done.
No.
Yeah.
That-
Okay. So
you can't
so,
stop
Mr.
somebody just because
Herman,
they have
you
some
weren't on the
swear
items.
words.
You've used up your minute, so we're going to move on to the next speaker.
He was speaking on an actual agenda item, though.
All right. Our next speaker is Red
Was he
Chief.
not?
Our next speaker is Red Chief.
No, potty mouth doesn't.
We have to go in the order of people who came here to fill out speaker cards.
Yeah,
so we
potty
can hear
mouth
from folks.
doesn't normally get you banned.
Red
Like
Chief is
they'll be
next.
like, okay, watch your tone, there's children,
fuck you,
but
Mitch, and I'll pass it to Isaac.
is that Ricky?
Red Chief, you have the microphone.
Oh, Richie.
Mr. Hunt, it's your turn. So, please.
Yes,
Please
thank
start
you.
off.
I'm the Red Chief Hunt. Most of this shit is bullshit. Number one, Mike Bonin's been calling us monkeys for years. All of it don't make no sense. You know what? All of you guys need to take a look at yourself and figure it out, because you guys are all fucked up. See, and you guys all cause trouble, man. And this is what? One big problem, man. A whole bunch of bullshit on national TV in L.A. About what? Nothing. Because everybody has done some name calling. Everybody has done name calling in their life. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. But the one that's pointing the finger has done the most name calling. Put us off Venice Beach. All the black people. He put us all off Venice Beach for some real estate. Fuck you, Mike Bonin.
Interesting. I have not heard that about
All right,
Bonin
our
yet.
next speaker, we're going to give Isaac Bryan, State Assembly Member, the privilege of speaking now. So Isaac Bryan, Assembly Member, will step to the microphone, and then
This is way better than ATL City Council meetings.
Of the names that people on the list. So, ma'am, afterward, we're going to hear from Assembly Member. Ma'am, you will have a chance to speak. Everyone's going to. Assembly Member Bryan will now have the floor.
Why are they interrupting public comment?
I see the clock ticking. Am I supposed to go?
Yes, please. We'll reset it for you. Please go ahead.
Thank you. The reason this is a hard meeting to conduct is because we heard an hour of some of the most hateful things the city has ever heard from 3-4 people in some of the most powerful positions in Los Angeles. People are hurting. And I am a black adopted child, Mike, so I feel for your son. And in this moment, I'm so glad he gets to see you fighting, and I'm here to fight with him. And I'm also glad that you didn't make this story about you or him. Brown political power can't be rooted in black erasure and anti-indigenous speech and homophobic speech. We deserve better. The people have called for these resignations. Elected officials have called for these resignations. We need these resignations before we can move forward, but trust me, there will be a healing, because everybody in this room and everybody in this city wants that healing, but we can't have it without accountability, and I'm hopeful today we get that accountability. Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
We're going to hear next.
They're
from
not going to get full
Jasmine
accountability
Garcia.
because Nury's not there.
Jasmine Garcia.
Is Yasmin here? Please come up. And while Yasmin's coming up, Ms. Garcia, I would just note, Mr. President, that there have been requests to continue items 1 through 10 until the 18th of October, and items 14 through 16 to the 28th of October.
Why are these people
My name's
lumping
Jasmine
homophobia into
Garcia,
this? Well,
and
they are,
I'm
like
outraged,
calling
right?
Mitchell
Like
Farrell a
everybody sitting
diva,
here, but I'm gonna take some
calling
time to
Bonin a
pass
little
on the
bitch,
mic
kind
to
of.
my compañera, another member of ACE, so that she can take my time and speak.
So-
but we call on the resignation
so-
of Kevin De Leon and Gil Cedillo
Yup,
and Nury Martinez.
they're there.
But we need
Get
that
'em.
resignation now.
Get
Okay,
him.
so we can't see time, but I assume Ms. Garcia signed up yourself, right? Right? So why don't we need to go in the order in which the cards come in.
Okay. Jasmine, did she sign up as well? Is she on the list? Signed up? And-
Well,
and
so far, Nury has at
su-
least
su
resigned
nombre,
as
por favor.
president, so
Su
there is
nombre.
change happening.
Ok,
Ay,
mi
come
nombre
on.
es Suyapa Maldonado. Que
Sorry.
Nury Martínez renuncie, Kevin De León renuncie, Gil Cedillo. Yo tengo un niño de color que es mi nieto. Estoy dolida y necesito que esa persona
Un momento,
racista-
traducción.
Speaking
Un
Spanish.
momento. Traducción, por favor.
My name is
Should Kevin De Leon resign too? Yes.
I'm here because I'm asking for the resignation of Nury Martinez, Kevin De Leon, and Gil Cedillo. I have a colored grandchild, and I'm here outraged and in a lot of pain.
Yo vengo de descendencia indígena y estamos
Sorry.
siendo pisoteados por personas que nosotros
The mics just
que
spook you.
renuncien los cuatro,
I understand her
porque
feeling.
los cuatro tienen responsabilidades. Necesitamos, fueron elegidos por el pueblo y el pueblo está en disposición que se vayan. Necesitamos la renuncia urgente.
Ok, un momento.
I come from an indigenous background, and we're tired of getting stepped on. These are the people that we chose, and we're asking for the resignation of all 4 of them.
Yeah,
because
get 'em out.
They need to go.
They need to go.
No tiene que haber ninguna discriminación para la gente de color. Todos somos iguales.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn the volume down for now until she's done. I'm sorry. I know it's probably a little low.
Educación, porque nosotros, ustedes los salarios, se les paga con los impuestos del pueblo.
Gracias.
The people chose you guys, and we need respect, we need education, and we need you guys to know that we're the ones that pay for your salaries. And we
Thank
need
you.
respect.
Gracias.
Yeah.
Mr.
They make
Steffen.
170K or
Two
180K,
things, Mr.
something like that.
President. Am I correct that items 1 through 10 and 14 through 16 were continued without objection?
Without objection.
Okay, and so let's take the next card for the speaker. We have to go in order. We can't have just people ceding time to each other.
So the next speaker is Jelani Hendricks. Jelani Hendricks. You're the next speaker.
Is Ms. Hendricks there? Okay. So let's let Jelani. Jelani's supposed to speak. It's her turn.
We have everyone who signed up, and we have the order, so everyone who signed up will have a chance to speak. Thank you for your patience. Jelani
170K
Hendricks.
when that minimum wage is $15.
My name is
still in
Sade
LA.
El-Hawari, and I'm
It's slowly
representing the
bumping.
Black Los Angeles Young Democrats today. As you can see on our shirts, it says that we are with the blacks. Nury Martinez denigrated George Gascon by saying that he's with the blacks, and that is not okay. We know that it is important to stand in solidarity. If George Gascon, the district attorney of this city, wants to be in solidarity with black people, we are not going to talk about him in a negative manner. If anyone in this room wants to stand in solidarity with black people, we are not going to say, fuck them, they're with the blacks.
Looks like they bumped her mic down.
Solidarity. We care about our Oaxacan brothers and sisters, and what they said about them is not okay. And what is happening, we are not only going to be asking for resignations, we are not only going to be asking for investigations, we need to ensure that the gerrymandering that was happening behind closed doors is looked at with an investigation so that we, as black people, as people of color, as Latinx folks, can ensure
Thank
that
you. Thank you. And
thank you.
Thank you. Did Jelani Hendricks, is Jelani Hendricks in the house? All right, the next speaker will be Joe Helen Shoemate. Joe Helen Shoemate.
Watching these meetings and their rulings on timing and order doesn't instill me structure some intentionally
Shoemaker?
silence
Hi.
and system that lets people
Great.
in
Can you
power
give the
ignore
mic?
those speaking. Also, a lot of them look at their fucking phones
begin.
when people are giving public comment, like the council members.
Disappointed more so in Gil Cedillo. I remember when he was an eligibility worker with Los Angeles County DPSS where I worked.
Oh!
And we all loved him, and he...
Go ahead.
I
Keep talking.
remember when he went over to 660 and got busy with that union. That's how he got his political come-uppings, working with 660.
Yeah.
So I hate he left. I wish he would have been here to hear my comment, because I'm disappointed, and he
Gil
needs
Cedillo
to
left?
resign. And also Nury Martinez needs to resign immediately. But before she resigns, she need to give Mark Ridley Thomas back his benefits, because she has resigned, and she has not resigned. She's on a leave of absence, receiving her benefits.
Yep.
But she should
Thank
have
you.
to give him his benefits.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Next,
you.
we have Juan Carlos. Our next speaker is Juan Carlos.
How many
Is
people
Mr.
are left?
Juan Carlos here?
Nobody's resigned yet.
Juan Carlos?
Everybody is still
Great. Okay,
there. I think Ron
You're
Herrera, who's not on the city council, he resigned from his
Sorry,
post.
can you move the
but
mic a little closer up to your
Yes.
mouth?
Let
so
me
we can
double
hear you?
check. Has
Yes,
anybody
I'm
resigned?
Reverend Juan Carlos Urruti, and I'm Cuban.
that I know
I'm
of.
Afro-Cuban because I'm black. But today, I just want to say 2 words. Los Angeles is very sad. And the people that we charge, they be fair. So we can accept this. The only thing that those people have to do is say, I'm sorry, and I got to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carlos.
Thank you. Our next
Yeah, I
speaker
can't
is
find
Lori
anything.
Cardenas. Lori Cardenas. The floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lori Cardenas. I am president of National Action Network Los Angeles. Brother Bonin, I too am a adopted child. I stand with you in that. Our children, your child, nobody's child in this chamber is a monkey. Nobody. That language, unacceptable. The anti-blackness, unacceptable. The anti-immigrant language,
About the Oaxacans.
unacceptable. We are here today to say resign today, not tomorrow, not when their term is over, but on today. That was unacceptable what we heard. Unacceptable. Council, put pressure on your colleagues to resign
I think so
today.
far it's only Bonin who's actually called for
Thank
resignation.
you.
I don't
Our
know
next speaker is
if any other
Maraki-
city council members
Maraki
have called for
or
resignation.
Maraki.
I'm gonna bump her up.
Okay, come on up.
Coming up, come on up.
First of all, fuck you. Fuck De Leon. Fuck Nury. And fuck Cedillo.
Yep.
Fuck this whole meeting right here because it's illegitimate. The people are shutting this shit down afterwards. This whole thing is racist. The fact that they had the audacity to sit here in front of the people that they mocked, that they minimized, that they demonized, that they marginalized is unacceptable. The fact that you are trying to continue with business as usual is unacceptable.
Yep.
Unacceptable.
I'm sorry for the audio.
Unacceptable. We are the people and we are the voices who matter in this room right now, not yours. I yield the rest of my time, but fuck this.
Thank you. Next, we have Pastor Thimbalika Coleman Smart. Pastor Thimbalika Coleman Smart, who would be followed by Damian Goodman, and then after that, Pastor Q. Jane Marie.
Good for her.
Peace and blessings, everyone. Scientific research has told us that the oldest bones found were that of a black woman. This information is for Nury, Ron, Gil, and Kevin, and anybody else talking in that Jim Crow antebellum South back room. You will not shame blackness. You will not shame our royal children. We, like in the Woman King, will come for you. We are coming for you today. Are we coming for him?
How do they sit there and act like every person isn't telling them to fuck themselves?
Amidst this family meeting, because they have
They're not really
soiled
listening.
their
They're looking at
seats.
their phones and trying to just
Their
pretend they're
seats
anywhere
are
else.
poisonous. The seat of Nury is poisonous. And I would like, in the spirit of karma, that her check be grabbed just like you grabbed MRT's check.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have Damian Goodman, who will be followed by Pastor Q. Jean Marie, followed by the letter A.
I had 2 minutes. I had 2 minutes. I was going to speak on an agenda item that is ready for public comment as well. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Damian Goodman.
Continue.
You're good. Please start.
Sorry, we're having a
You're
little
good.
clock issue. Please begin.
There are 2 items, Mr.
Oh, which item? I'm sorry. Which items?
Destination Crenshaw.
Okay, please. So start with that one and then go to general. And we'll restart your clock, please.
Clock.
Okay, now begin.
Thank you. My name is Damian Goodman. I'm a CD10 resident of the Crenshaw Subway Coalition, Downtown Crenshaw Rising, and a member of the Blacks. Destination Crenshaw is a project that intends to honor the contributions of black people to the city of Los Angeles, a city that seats on unceded Tonga land. My great-great-grandfather and great-great-granduncle came to Los Angeles, fleeing from the segregated South in 1904. Here they established the first black bank west of the Mississippi. They built the first FHA housing for black people
I can bump
in
up
the
the
country.
volume now.
Like many black Angelenos who will hopefully be recognized through Destination Crenshaw, their contributions are remarkable as
Mike is
individuals,
watching
as
your video.
businessmen,
Oh,
as
is he?
civic leaders,
Thank you,
because
Mike
they
from PA.
overcame
Love
a
you.
tremendous amount of racism that they encountered in the Jim Crow South.
What are you eating?
Over
Blueberries.
118 years later, much has changed, but so much remains the same. The repugnant, racist, anti-black, anti-gay comments made by this city's leaders and condoned are not merely a reflection of their individual bigotry, they are a reflection of a city government that is rotten and anti-black
Thank
at
you,
its
Damian.
core.
Thank you. You have 1 more minute. Yes.
Yeah, please
Mike, my
Public
thoughts
comment?
are with you, your family, that beautiful black child. That attack was an attack on that black child and all black children. The tapes have simply brought to the surface an anti-black racism that permeates within this city government. It is reflected in your policies. It is reflected in your budget. It is reflected in your hiring. It is no wonder why we are home to the largest unhoused population in America, which is disproportionately black and over-criminalized. It is no wonder why we have a black displacement crisis and attempt at black erasure. This entire city government is in need of an exorcism. It begins with the immediate resignation of Cedillo, De Leon, and Martinez. Resign now or be recalled.
Yep.
But it is just the start. There is a need for some truth and reconciliation. There is some need for some reparatory.
Thank you, Mr. Goodman. Thank you. Next, we have Pastor Q. Jean Marie, followed by Akili, followed by Pastor Eddie Anderson.
Okay. Pastor Q. Jean Marie, the Church Without Walls, Skid Row, also with CLU, Clergy and Laity, United for Economic Justice. I'm standing with my brother, Walter Contreras. One of my brown colleagues yesterday said that Latinos cannot become the new face of racism. That's heavy. Neither can black folks. Because, we know once we get into the system, oftentimes we adapt to the system. I'd like to say, though, there's only one order of business for us today. That is, everyone will speak. I understand you guys already introduced the motion to get them to resign. They need to resign today.
Yep.
We're not letting any other business take place today, except for the people to share what's on their heart, and then there's no more meeting.
And then
that's
do
it.
the
They
resignation.
need to resign.
That's all the people want today.
Thank you. Mr. Akili, followed by Pastor Eddie Anderson, who will be followed by Pastor Kelvin Sauls.
My name is
trying to fold
Akili,
my laundry,
and
I'm
I'm
sorry.
here on behalf of Black Lives Matters and the Fannie Lou Hamer Institute. And last night, well into the evening, 60 black leaders met. 1, to express our outrage. 2, to express the immediate demand for the resignation of Kevin De Leon, Nury Martinez, and Cedillo. Immediately. No questions asked, just go. Your political careers are over. You need to leave, and there's nothing you can do. That was the first point that we made. The second point was we are calling for a complete and comprehensive investigation into the redistricting process.
Yes, because clearly.
And calling for a complete overhaul into the House of Labor.
It's corrupt.
That allows for anti-racist and anti-black discussions to be supported and held in the House of Labor. And so those 60 black leaders, while some of them are here today, but the first thing that we call for is the immediate resignation, without question.
Kevin De Leon, Nury Martinez.
We have Pastor Eddie Anderson, followed by Pastor Kevin Sauls, who will be followed by Maria Alvarenga.
I want to hear.
Good morning. My name is Reverend Eddie Anderson. I serve the McCarty Moore Christian Church.
Ms.
More importantly,
Pastor Anderson, one moment, please. Pastor Anderson, let's save your time so you can be heard.
So there's somebody at the podium it's his turn to speak. So I want to hear from him. And can we set the clock back in a minute so you can speak? Please, I'm sorry, please begin.
my name is Reverend Eddie Anderson. I'm Senior Pastor McCarty Moore Christian Church. We've been a part of the Blacks for 90 years in this community. I'm also the redistricting commissioner for CD10. And I have some questions, because while on that commission, we were called all kind of N-words and all kind of things. But I did not expect that from City Council. I did not expect that from the City Council President, Gil Cedillo, or Kevin De Leon. There was mystery maps that appeared in the last parts of our redistricting commission. We wondered, where did these maps come from? After hearing those tapes, I think I know where those maps come from. I'm requesting that the city attorney do an investigation on where did those maps come from. How they try to gerrymander, especially the district I represented, CD10, all throughout the process. We need accountability, and they need to resign. And for a message from the Blacks, Cornel West says, you can't serve the people unless you love the people. You can't love the people unless you know the people. They don't know us, they can't serve us, and they definitely don't love us. So they must resign today.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor.
I hope they're
next we
keeping
have
count
Pastor Kevin Sauls, followed
of how
by
many
Maria
people are calling
Alvarenga,
for
who will be followed by Dominga Solorzano.
It has to be everybody.
Good
There has
morning.
not
I'm
been
Pastor
one
Calvin
person
Sauls.
give
And,
comment.
I
That's
am
like, no, they can stay.
Faith Root Community Organizer, and also here with Clergy for Black Lives. And I'm joined by my brother here, Pastor Guillermo Torres. Certainly a dark cloud sits over Los Angeles once again. And it sits over Los Angeles because of the blatant, bold, destructive, and demeaning comments by city council members and a labor leader. So we are here to say we are hurt, we are in pain, We are disappointed by the divisive and destructive words uttered by a system that seems to be infected with and affected by progressive plantation politics. So what we are asking for is resignation first. Apologies, fine, though disingenuous and pretentious, but we want to move from apology to accountability, resignation. Secondly, investigation, because we know it's not...
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
I cut him
Thank
off.
you, Pastor.
Thank you.
Is Nury
Next, we have
Martinez
Maria
present at this
Alvarenga,
hearing?
followed by
No.
Dominga
She is
Solorzano,
on
who will
a
be followed
leave
by
of absence.
Orma
She's a
Mendez.
big ol' coward.
Hi, good afternoon. My
Feel
name
bad
is
for
Maria
Eva. I keep
Alvarenga.
peeing
I'm coming
clothes.
from Distrito 8. I'm coming because I feel frustrated and unrespected for our council. They are coming to represent us and what happened when they are falling down. The community is going to suffer a lot. My indigenous, they are coming to work in the fields. They are bringing the food our tables, and nobody said nothing about this. African Americans is very important. Our children. I'm not teacher. I love my children. Mis niños, those are wonderful treasure on my hands. My people in the house, they are living with the stress to be in the streets, more people on the street with the kids, when the animals, is not possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next speaker is Dominga Solorzano, who will be followed by Orma Mendez, who will be followed by Maria Briones.
Sí. Necesito traducción, por favor. Buenos días.
You can have that one.
Yo soy, me llamo Dominga Solórzano y soy del Distrito 9 y soy miembro de ACE.
never
Estoy
been to
muy
a council
preocupada
meeting. They're
por
interesting.
esas personas
The best part
que
is public
tienen
comment.
estudio, ¿verdad? Y yo también, yo no
But
tengo
if I've learned
estudio,
anything
pero les
from
tengo respeto tanto como mayores, menores
meetings,
y estudiados y no estudiados.
is that they're not actually listening, and public comment has very little
My name is
influence
Dominga
over the
Solorzano,
council's
and I'm here
decisions.
with District 9, and I'm here with ACE, and I'm here because I'm worried about the people that have high education. I don't have education, but I still have respect.
Y por ese mismo respeto les pido por favor que extiendan las ayudas de inquilinos y no ensuciándonos, porque también somos seres humanos, igual que Kevin de León y Nury Martinez y Cedillo, por favor.
And I'm here to please ask you to not remove the emergency protections for tenants, and we're just also human beings, just like Kevin de Leon, Nury Martinez, and Gil Cedillo.
Y ellos tienen que arrepentirse porque ellos vienen de una mujer y no sé si de México, de Guatemala, no sé de dónde son, pero también valemos lo mismo que ellos, porque por eso pagamos impuestos, aunque tan humildes que seamos.
And they're going to have to repent because they come from a woman. I'm not sure if they're from Mexico or Guatemala or wherever they're from, but we have to give them respect because we also pay our taxes here.
Thank you. And this must be Orma Mendez, who will be followed by Maria Briones, who will be followed by Victoria Enriquez.
My name is Irma Mendez. I am with HIS 9, and I'm here speaking about the COVID protection last year, that it never did work. What they say they will do, they didn't do it. They just say the word and they don't stand up on their word. We need people who will do the right thing, to stand up and do what they say. You know, they are too prejudiced. We are all black people together, but we are a human being. So we asking that they will do the right thing and let these three candidates get off from there. We don't need them anymore. We don't need them because we got to get the one that will do the right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Maria
love that
Briones.
there's,
Maria will be followed by Victoria
See, like, it's not just,
Enriquez,
like,
followed
young
by
millennial Zoomer activists. It's like, no, a lot of the community comes in. Like these old little like senoras come in.
Continue item 21 to next Tuesday, October 18th. Is that the order, Mr. President, without objection?
That shall be the order without objection. And Ms. Briones, please, you have the floor.
Good morning. My name is Maria Briones. I'm a member of ACE in the 8th District, and I'm uphill. I'm very embarrassed to see my representatives to act the way
Also,
they did.
I disagree with
I'm a
somebody in
Hispanic
chat where they're
like
talking
them,
about
and I'm
empty
really
virtue
hurt.
signaling.
And
If
I
you're
want
doing the
you
work
to
and you're
think
going down to
and
city
actually
council to
to
give public
revoke
comment,
the votes for last
you're
week
in
for
it.
the
Like you're not
protection
just
of
virtue
of our
signaling.
tenants. I am a tenant, and they decided not to vote for us. So we need those protections. We still need the protections, and we want them to resign now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, now. We want them to leave their seats now. Thank you.
Thank you. Victoria Enriquez, followed by the name already, and followed by Alonso Landeros.
Victoria Enriquez, yo soy miembro de ACE y
Un
vivo
momento.
en el Distrito 9. Buenos días, mi nombre es Victoria Enriquez, soy miembro de ACE y vivo en el Distrito 9.
Y traducción, por favor.
Good morning, my name is Victoria Enriquez. I lived in district number 8 and I'm a member of ACE.
Yo siento muy feo porque todos somos humanos y la gente está muy ofendida por el señor Cedillo, por Kevin de León y Nury Martínez. Yo no sé, se rebajaron mucho al hablar eso, pensaron que nunca iban a darse cuenta de lo que de los mismos compañeros de ustedes de la mesa directiva que se ponen a hablar los compañeros. Y también les digo que les quiten sus salarios porque gracias a Dios tienen su trabajo aquí por
I know
toda
Martinez is
la
not present, but
comunidad.
is De Leon and Cedillo there? Yes, I believe so.
I'm feeling really, this is bad because we're all human beings and I feel offended by Kevin De Leon, Nury Martinez, and Gil Cedillo. I feel like they're talking between them as co-workers and they thought that nobody was going to hear them, but I'm here to ask that you guys remove their salaries.
¿Qué les sirvió su estudio que tuvieron para rebajarse a eso que hablaron? Eso no quedaba para ellos. Gracias.
Thank you.
What good was their education for them to
Thank
sink
you.
that low and to keep talking like that?
Next, we have Already, followed by Alonso Landeros, followed by Eloisa Lopez.
Sí, los latinos y la traducción, por favor.
Sí.
Los latinos y la gente de color, que estemos unidos en estos momentos y esto que está pasando no es permitido, que es algo que injusticia, que todos tenemos que estar fuertes en estos momentos y estas personas tienen que ya firmar ahorita para estar afuera.
Okay, un momento, por favor.
I want to say that the Latinos and the people of color, we're here together in this moment, and this should not be permitted, and we have to stay strong in these moments, and these people have to sign their way out of here.
También lo que está pasando en los hogares, que los dueños tratan de tomar ventaja y sobre todo a sacar a los inquilinos para afuera, que todos pagamos renta y vivimos en un techo que es una bendición. Muchas gracias, feliz día.
Thank you.
And then also that the landlords are trying to remove us from our house. We also pay rent, and we have a roof over our heads, and we're really grateful for that. And everybody have a nice day and blessings to all.
Thank you.
It's nice of them.
Sir, could you
Who should
please
be
give
in
me your
those
name?
seats that people can trust?
Morris Griffin, better known as Big Money Griff.
Okay, so, but
I should have
I
been-
have
I was
Alonso
one of the first
Landeros
ones-
followed by Eloisa Lopez, though.
So, we'll get to you, but we're taking the order in
We
which
will
they show.
absolutely get to you, sir. We will get to you. We're just taking these in order. Alonso Landeros, followed by Eloisa Lopez, followed by Elba Cuevas.
All these people are most worried about rents and
Muy
staying
buenas
safe from
tardes a
COVID.
todas las personas aquí que están presentes.
Yeah, because there's not
Les
like really
pido
protections
que paren
anymore.
bien la oreja con lo que les voy a decir.
That's why rents, and it sucks because right now rent is like shooting up in Los Angeles. Like it's what, 2-3 times what it was like just a few years
Hoy
ago.
vengo representando a la comunidad indígena oaxaqueña mexicana. Qué lástima que no está Nury Martinez ahí para que me diga carcajeándome en mi cara que somos mexicanos feos.
I'm here on behalf of the Oaxacan indigenous community here in Los Angeles, and I would like to have Nury Martinez tell me to my face with that cackling of hers that we are the ugly Mexicans.
Okay, so somebody else
que
did
se
hear
vayan
it.
del poder,
Yes.
el poder que ellos tienen para estar discriminando a la comunidad mexicana y afroamericana.
I need them to leave because they're the ones that have the power to discriminate against the African and Mexican communities.
Yo he sido parte de ACE.
It didn't get that much attention, but Nury said, están feos when talking about the little brown people, the Oaxacans, where I don't know what village they came from in that
Están
audio.
metiéndose, pagando campañas políticas de muchos de ustedes.
I'm part of ACE and I'm part of the Parents of Schools anti-privatization, and I've seen parents face to face paying for campaigns for you guys to get reelected.
Como políticos piden nuestro voto. Ahorita Nury Martínez está apoyando a María Brenes, pagado por Bill Bromfield y Red Hastings. Es una vergüenza que lleguen
Gracias. Gracias.
Right now, Nury Martinez is getting her campaign money from Maria Brenos.
Gracias.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Thank you. We hear you.
Gracias.
Thank
Harassment
you.
ordinance isn't even being enforced.
Thank you.
Intentional harassment is
Next,
being
we
punished
have
with a form letter
Eloisa
without finding
Lopez,
fault.
followed
Poor
by
tenants
Elba
are told to get a lawyer.
Cuevas. Eloisa Lopez, followed by Elba
Unrelated, but Eva's being very
Cuevas.
good.
do we have Eloisa Lopez here, please?
Eloisa Lopez, followed by Elba Cuevas,
So you guys know.
followed by Suyapa Maldonado.
So it's Eloisa Lopez's.
Are any of those three names here, Eloisa Lopez, Elba Cuevas, or Suyapa Maldonado, in the house?
No, their time doesn't get cut in half if they speak Spanish. I hope this leads to something. We had a similar incident in Boston with the city council member being accused of SD, and a bunch of us protested at meetings for him to resign, but he didn't.
I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Elba Cuevas Varelas.
Well, I have Eloisa Lopez, Elba Cuevas, Suyapa Maldonado, or Michelle Hope Walker. Michelle. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, wait a minute. Don't start my time.
Michelle Hope Walker.
Right, all right,
The
it's
mic-
your turn now.
It's yours.
Okay. First of all, Mitch, I do want to say thank you for taking it up. Bless your heart. The next thing I want to say is it's hard enough out here being black. And so for our own government to be against us, our government is where we go to file complaints when somebody is being racist against us. And then the other thing, Mark, y'all got Mark out of here quick. I don't know how y'all got an indictment, but y'all need to find some indictments against these other four, okay? The three that's on, it doesn't make any sense. This is wrong what is going on. Homelessness, black. Not only that, y'all need to look back for this past year, all the corruption, everything they put their hands to need to be investigated. Because if they've lied and they've been doing, look how they covered all this up. We would have never known without, thank you, Leaker. We would have never known. We need investigations for the whole year. Matter of fact, for their whole terms. They need to be in jail. Yes, they need to resign. And please, y'all gotta get them off. Put them in a room somewhere. You say you can't take them off? Put them in a room somewhere. We don't want to see them up here. Do something different. You got Mark off, so I know y'all can find.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
I
much.
think-
Next, we have Big Money Griff, followed by Ellen Evans.
Big
followed
Money
by
Griff?
Verneen
Is that
Mincy.
Ricky? Who's Big Money Griff?
Big Money Griff or Ellen Evans?
So it's Big Money Griffs, it's your turn.
Here we are.
Oh, is that somebody's real name? Or nickname?
All eyes are on Los Angeles, California right now.
Yep.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I'm asking that those of you around this horseshoe horn here to think about changing the Los Angeles City Charter to get rid of these three.
Yep.
Today. Cedillo, I know you're watching. DeLeon, I know you're watching. Shame on you.
Yep.
Shame on you guys for
Everybody wants
for
him out.
being complicit. I got a problem with that. I've been involved in this in our community since the Rodney King beating, Daryl Gates, O.J. Simpson, police brutality. I've been down here many years. I'm 72 years old, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. This is disgraceful. And so I'm asking you to force them to resign. That's all of my time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next we have Ellen Evans, followed by Vernine Mincy. Ellen Evans, followed by Vernine Mincy.
This story has gone
Hi,
both
my name is
national and
Ellen
international.
Evans,
It's
and
gone
I'm here
international?
On behalf of my neighborhood association and council district 4, and I'm also a lesbian mom. And I just want to say that we too are saddened and angered and denounce the divisive remarks we learned of on Sunday. These sentiments have no place in public discourse and no
You're watching
place
from
in our
France right
hearts.
now.
And this is especially galling in the face of the multitude of challenges our city faces. I was going to list them all, but I'm sure you know what they are. So thanks very much, and let's hold everybody accountable.
Thank you. Next we have Vernine Mincy, followed
You're
by
watching
Dr.
from the UK? Oh my
Critical
gosh.
R. Truth
Watching
Bay.
from New
Vernine
Zealand?
Mincy.
I'm Bernine Mincy,
Aw.
and I'm appalled
Thanks
by
for
the
watching.
behavior of the city council. in
I mean,
general.
LA's like pretty
I'm
big. I
appalled
feel like this
behind
is
those
kind of like
words
a
that were
big fucking
said.
story.
We've been in the streets, and in being in the streets, we don't need to be mocked being in the streets of the words that this city should be listening to and uplifting. There's people that are homeless on our streets, that are houseless, that there is no regard. And it's shameful the fact that we have elected officials that think that
Wait,
it
is the
their
Spanish
right
one
to sit
behind?
and mock black folks, to
Give me a
mock
second.
indigenous folks, to mock people
There
in
we
this
go.
city that you have torn apart with your words. I want the immediate
Watching from
resignation
Pico.
of
Pico
each
Rivera?
one of them. Then I
Or the
want an
street.
investigation, and everything that has been done in the 10th district, I want it to be reviewed, because
Yeah.
anything that people and black people in that part of the city have tried to do, this city council has stood in the way for it
Sweden.
not to take place. So I want an investigation, and I want it immediate, but I want their resignation today.
Huntington Beach, South
Thank you.
Central.
Thank
I'm
you.
happy there's a lot of
Dr.
Los Angeles,
Critical R.
at
Truth
least
Bay
LA
will be
County
followed
people
by
here.
Janae Moore, followed by Andrew Grabner.
Agenda 18 and public comment. Agenda 18 and public comment.
Okay, so you have
1 minute for each.
Okay, so the LAPD
Nury
hiring
Martinez
process, I know
was
we're talking
making
about something that we already know that happens behind the scenes. My issue is how we treat each other out here.
$283,000
Half of us don't even
as
show
city
up here
council
every
president.
week. I'm appalled.
77,000 of those
we
were
already know behind the
in the
scenes,
form of
because
benefits.
Matthew Chavez from Kevin DeLeon's office.
That's even
never
bigger than
met
a
with
regular
black
city council member.
organizations, homeless organizations, because we are mayatas. That's what we heard, yes? So it's not just about Bonin's black son. It's about black equity for black women, born and raised. California's Reparations Committee, we're still discussing it. So what Nury Martinez did was not surprising. It's what everybody does behind closed doors. She just got
Where is
caught.
Garcetti? Garcetti already expressed
So
disappointment,
please
but
don't
he's
sit
not
here,
calling
don't
for
tell us nothing,
resignation.
just cut the check. Cut the check. So account number 325-137-951-40-12100.
And you can go into general, Dr. Truth Bay.
Number, routing number 121-00358, the Kingdom Warriors Foundation. We just want the $150 million that LASA and their white supremacists and their Nury Martinez mentality to return back that money to black organizations. I need to see some black businesses apply for this funding. Don't sit there and complain when they're not putting the paperwork in. Put your paperwork in, because now you're going to get funded. You're going to get funded. We don't want to hear apologies, sorries, oh, I feel so bad. I don't want to see you crying. We don't care. Cut the check. You see how Rihanna says it best? better have my money. That's what we're saying. When we born and raised here, and my ancestors, I'm an FBA. I'm a descendant of slaves, so we have a distinct history. I don't want you saying nothing to us. Just cut the check. Cut the check. Because we can help build housing. We're trying to build housing. We're not trying to hear you discuss how to solve
I think you
homelessness,
just
'cause
got
you don't
her
have a clue
account
about
number.
that.
So
We
they
already
can
know how
deposit
you
a check.
feel. We want to do our own job. Now just cut the check, and then you can resign and talk about shit later.
Thank you.
Next, we have Janae Moore, followed by Andrew Graebner, followed by Veronica Sanse, or Sanse. Janae Moore, followed by Andrew Graebner, followed by Veronica Sanse. Are any of these three individuals in the chambers? Okay.
My name is Veronica Sanse. I am part of Downtown Crenshaw Rising. I am also One Queen's Army, but most importantly, I am black. Okay? Most importantly, I am a resident of District 10. Now, Nury Martinez, and this is not a request, this is a demand.
Resign.
Nury Martinez, Gil Cedillo, and Kevin De Leon, they need to go. They need to go now. I'm ready to escort them out of this city hall, out of this city council chambers. They mean us no good. They need to, I am demanding that everything in District 10 be investigated because you people act like the residents of District 10 don't matter. But I'm here to tell you that we all matter. All black people matter in Los Angeles, California. And how dare the city council just allow Nury has been trying to displace.
She's been problematic.
Thank
Oh,
you.
they cut her off. That couldn't have been
Thank
a minute,
you.
was it?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where the
Thank you.
Oaxaca people
Next
at?
we have, thank you.
There was
Next we have
one
Janae
Oaxacan woman,
Moore,
at least,
Janae
who
Moore,
spoke.
followed by Andrew Graebner, followed by Ramel. Janae Moore, if you're in the house, or Andrew Graebner, or Ramel. All right. Yeah, if I called your name, please step forward. You're on. And please give us your name.
Andrew Graebner.
Thank you. The floor is yours.
All right, so I'm here today to say that an apology or anything else is not enough. We need the immediate resignation of Nury Martinez, Gil Cedillo, and Kevin De Leon. And their comments are racist, they're unacceptable.
Yep.
And they've also likely messed up the entire redistricting process.
Yeah.
And I'm also here to say that
Redo the districts.
I'm guessing, based on the culture I see in this council and such, that it's not just the three of them. There's probably several other of you on this council.
Yep.
That are also saying racist comments, and I call on any of you who have to resign now before. And if you don't, just say admit it, resign. And if you don't do that, we will find out.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have Ramel. Ramel, followed by Tori Bailey. Ramel, Tori Bailey, followed by Denise Francis Woods. Ramel, then Tori, then Denise.
Ramel
Hello,
looks
everybody.
young.
I just want to say again that it's very
Oh,
disappointing.
he's young.
Just coming out of college, and I've told Nury this for weeks now, that I hope that she continues to listen to us, but obviously she does not. And I just want to say that Nury doesn't represent the Latino Hispanic community. She never will, because I thought coming into here that she, coming from the same background as I do, single parent, coming from not very much money, that she would cause change, but she's a failure. That's what she is. She's a failure, just like her father, who just left her there. And that's how I felt. I don't want to make this personal, but it just hurts that she's not helping her community.
Whoa!
And she shares
Lucid.
the same racist,
Thank you for the
like
raid.
racism that we've all shared. We all
We're
have
watching,
our little interactions, and I'm 24 years old.
Public
I've seen my
comment right now.
mother be belittled.
LA City Council is finally facing public comment after the racist audio that got leaked yesterday.
Thank you.
the day before.
We have Tori Bailey, followed by Denise Francis Woods, followed
Welcome,
by
Raiders. Thank you,
Bex
Lucid. We talked
Kleinfelter.
about it earlier. Okay, perfect. So they're already up to date.
Okay. First, there was a violation of the Brown Act.
I will say that Nury Martinez,
We
the
want that
president, she's
addressed.
resigned as president. She's still
I
a
had to
sitting
write
council
it down
member.
because it's been emotional.
But she is on a leave of absence, so
and will
she's
slowly
not
cause you to
facing
rot internally.
the public scrutiny she
A
should
tear
be.
came to my
But
eye
thank you,
as my
Lucid.
spirit could not believe that Gil Cedillo was a part of this hatred. And how dare he
You
say
can't
the
believe
words
it? I
of-
can.
And tease the Koreans of dark skin when he is as dark as many of us. This is, I mean, why?
Thank you for following,
why?
everybody. Welcome.
This is why many of our other cultures and races of people do not have many of the jobs today. I was just at Gil's office
Thank you, Aaron.
in May and June, and a few of his staff need to go as well because they're following the leadership.
Oh, yeah. Their staff
running out of
needs to go
time,
to. Well, I
but
would imagine they
have a
would go
lot to
with
say
them.
about this and the trash that came from
Right?
Nury's mouth with such malintent.
hope.
So we are calling for all involved, Nury, Gil, Kevin, Ron,
Nury and witness
officially to
protection.
resign without pay as of today.
Thank you. Thank you for
Tori.
your comments.
Thank you. Denise Francis Woods,
This
followed
is
by
Eva.
Bex Kleinfelter, followed by Enrique.
For those of you who just rated over from
Velasquez.
Twitch.
Good morning.
Welcome.
I think I'm in agreement with everybody else about the
Resignations?
resignations of all three of these council
Yep.
members. But I really want to speak on item number 21, which I realize that it's not being voted on, but if I can just do it in a comment, and then I'll be done with it. Crenshaw, Destination Crenshaw, it's an
I don't
item
know
that's
what item
asking for a
21
small
is.
amount of money or what have you. But what I want to say to that is simply this. There's been a lot of money spent in Destination Crenshaw. Okay, one thing the 8th District needs more than an art museum is we need our homelessness handled. We need jobs, we need grocery stores, we need banks. These are the things that our councilman, who's been there for 8 years now, has done absolutely nothing about it. We don't even have a damn library in District 8. Okay, so
Not
he can
one
get his
library?
kudos today about asking for
Eva,
Nury to
not one
resign. We
library.
all are in agreement for that to happen. But there's more work to be done in District 8 that Marquise Harris Dawson has not taken care of. And so this is what I'm here for today, just to say that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your comments.
Thank you. We have Bex Kleinfelter, followed by Enrique Velasquez, followed by Tenacity.
Council members Martinez, Cedillo, and De Leon must resign immediately. The recordings were not comments that show frustration got the better of you,
Nope,
but
she
display
was
the character
happy.
you are comfortable with when the cameras aren't rolling.
Yep.
Approximately 9% of LA is black, and each one are now less comfortable and less safe knowing that city council is not only full of bigots and racists, but also threats to democracy. I said what I said. You politicians and elected leaders of Los Angeles represent a great, if not a greater threat to democracy than any Trump supporter with a flagpole. You are the true insurrectionists, because not only did you spew vile, hateful comments, but those comments clearly informed the way you exercise political power this city gave you by electing you to city council. Shame on you for subverting democracy this way. These comments were made over a year ago, and your apologies now prove that you aren't ashamed of your conduct or your behavior. You're ashamed you got caught.
Yep.
LA must be better than this and prove itself the example for the rest of the country to follow. Resign now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good comment.
Enrique Velasquez, followed by Tenacity, followed by Mike Greenspan.
I'm Enrique Velasquez, and I am with the LA Tenants Union.
Oh, LA Tenants
And
Union. I like them.
I am upset. I am angry because of what we found out, how these people have referred to black folks, Latino community, indigenous people, and everybody else that they mentioned in those conversations. They were caught, but this is an indication that that's who they are. This is an indication that conversations like this happen behind the door all the fucking time. We are sick, we're tired. You guys have created policies to gentrify our communities, to pull apart our communities. That is not acceptable. That needs to stop. This is a historic moment. Please do not take it lightly. We're watching. Elections are coming, and all of you guys are vulnerable. This is not in LA. It shouldn't happen in LA. You guys should be creating and thinking about the needs of low-income families, not being the pockets of developers. This has to stop, and it has to stop but once. Nury Martinez, Cedillo, and De Leon need to resign now, not tomorrow, not next day, but today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nury's statement did have just an
Next we have
I am sorry
Tenacity,
at the
followed
end of
by
the first
Mike
paragraph, but it
Greenspan,
was just
followed by
very
Elizabeth
small and
Hernandez.
hollow. Her initial
I just
statement,
want to
anyway.
echo everything that Baba Achilles said. My Baba, y'all need to get investigated. All of y'all are compromised each and every sort of way. Even if you are hurt and have been slandered, your family has been slandered, everybody is compromised here. Ain't no exception to it. So here's what's going to happen. Everybody else going to speak. The public going to have their comment. But anything less than, hey, Nury, Kevin, and Gil just handed in their resignations, please and thank you, is just not acceptable. You are past the point of getting the benefit of the doubt. Time and time again, we have been trusting you, and you've been breaking our trust, and we cannot keep having this happen. Oh, you want to? I don't need the mic. I don't need the mic.
Why did they drop her mic so much?
They have to stop. Nick, I just talked to Shannon. Why does she have more humanity than you? You just talk to us like, oh, we're going to do this with or without you. This ain't Echo Park, bro.
They dropped her way too much.
Thank you. Next, we have Mike Greenspan.
You couldn't even hear her
followed
at
by
the end.
Elizabeth
That was-
Hernandez.
that was
followed by
fucked up.
Sofia Mendoza. Mike Greenspan, Elizabeth Hernandez, or Sofia Mendoza.
Mr. Greenspan, are you here? No? Okay.
Are you?
Elizabeth Hernandez.
Okay. The floor is yours.
My name is Elizabeth Hernandez. I'm an ACE organizer. As a mother, I feel the pain that Mike Bonin was feeling. My child has also been subjected to racism as a Latino.
It's just words.
It's
yeah.
really heartbreaking when it comes from people that we as just tenants, regular people in our homes, think that are educated.
They're
It's not like
not
that.
paying
They
attention.
make fun of us like if we were, nothing. So one of the questions that one of my comrades just asked, so what color is Nury Martinez's blood? Because she thinks she is up high. She's asking what village or people it's coming from.
Yep.
For Oaxaca people might be short, yes, but they're very mighty. Because our Mexican people are always fighting, as well as our black comrades.
Also, I'm pretty sure Nury
our
Martinez isn't
Korean
even that
people.
tall. So why is she
you.
talking about Oaxacan
Thank you
people
very
being
much.
Thank
small?
you. Thank you. We have Sofia Mendoza, followed by Rosa Martinez, followed by Ellen Arriaga.
Hola, mi nombre es Sofía
She's
Mendoza y
5'3".
necesito traducción.
Okay.
What are you talking shit on Oaxacan people for?
Soy miembro de ACE y vivo en el distrito 9. Sí, estoy aquí, ¿verdad? Pidiendo la renuncia de Nury Martínez,
Captain,
Kevin
you're
de León, Gil Cedillo, ¿sí? Porque ellos, es indignante lo que han dicho, ¿verdad? Y también queremos que no se olviden ustedes que están aquí, que las protecciones de los inquilinos que la extiendan, por favor, porque
Okay. Un momento. Por favor.
Hello, my name is Sofia Mendoza, and I'm here with ACE from District 9, and I'm here to ask for the resignation of Nury Martinez, Kevin De Leon, and Gil Cedillo, because what they said, right? And I'm
Yeah,
also
the
here
cameras
to
are behind them.
remind
You
guys
can
to
see when
please
they're like on their
not
computer,
remove
on their
protections
phones,
for
like
tenants.
you could see them looking down.
sí, ya que dieron la extensión hasta el 31 de enero, pero eso no es suficiente, sí, porque hay muchos inquilinos en la calle y no queremos ser uno más de ellos. Gracias.
Gracias.
Because even though you have extended the protection until January 31st, that is not enough. There are a lot of families on the street, and we don't want to be one more.
Thank you. We have Rosa Martinez, followed by Ellen Arriaga, followed by the Reverend Walter Contreras. Any of these three individuals in the chamber? Rosa Martinez, Ellen Arriaga, Reverend Walter Contreras, or Rodolfo Martinez? Okay. Is this the Reverend Walter Contreras? The floor is yours, Reverend.
Muy buenas.
Hi, porcelain giant.
Yo soy un gringo caitudo.
O sea que no soy
Yeah, they're
gringo,
being paid
gringo.
a lot to be there. The least they
Primero
can do
fui
is put their phone down
indígena.
for a little bit.
Y ahora soy gringo caitudo. Porque los indios usamos caites, ¿verdad? Ahora, yo participé en el primer ciclo de votación y voté por el
Hi, from
señor
Ireland. Here is the city with the leaked
Kevin
tapes
de
of the
Leon.
councilwoman. Yes.
Memento.
Who took a leave of absence, so she's not even present.
Good morning, my name is Gringo Caetero. I'm not a gringo, but I'm a Caetero. I used to be an indigenous because indigenous people go around with their caito.
Pero qué decepción la que me he llevado con el señor de León. Yo creo que ellos violaron la
Gil
ley.
Cedillo and Kevin De Leon, I believe,
Ellos
are
violaron la ley
here.
porque
I don't know if they're in the
están
room
discriminando,
listening. I can't see very well.
¿verdad? Son racistas.
But only Nury
Ya
is
no
on a leave of
deberían de
absence,
regresar
but
al
she still
Consejo
has her seat.
Municipal. Porque este es un consejo honorable.
Yeah, paid leave of absence.
Gracias.
Okay.
I voted for the first time for Kevin De Leon, and it's been a disappointment. And I'm here to ask for his resignation because this is an honorable council meeting, and it should remain that way.
Thank you, Reverend.
I think they were asked to step
I
out during
call
the
for
recess.
Rodolfo Martinez, who will be followed by
That's
Leilani
dumb.
Hendricks. Rodolfo, he already, that was Mr. Martinez, okay. Do we have Leilani Hendricks? Leilani Hendricks.
Arriaga.
I have Annabella Marcos Sanchez, Leilani Hendricks. Any of those three individuals present, please step forward. And you have the floor.
Also,
My name is
normally
Jelani
public
Hendricks,
comment is
President
1
of the
hour
Black
long.
Los Angeles Young Democrats. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. When my wife read what Nury Martinez said about Mike Bonin's son, she looked at me in my face and said, is this the right city to raise our black son? Because I have a 3-year-old, and I don't tolerate violence towards black children or any child at that. And you know what I told her? I looked her in her face and I said, we're not going anywhere. I love this city. I've adopted this city, right? I told her I'm gonna do my part to make this city better. And one last thing I wanna say is the blatant anti-black racism that was in those recordings is crazy. We witnessed 4 Latino leaders, some of the strongest leaders in this city,
Yeah. They had a lot of power.
strategically plan and plot to erase black political power. And we're the most marginalized community in this city. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. I challenge all of you on this city council. Y'all need to address anti-black racism. And if you don't, we will. And you have 2 choices. Be on the right side of history or be on the wrong side of history.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Annabella, followed by Marcos Sanchez, followed by Estuardo Mazariegos. Annabella, Marcos Sanchez, Estuardo Mazariegos.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Helen Arriaga, soy miembro de ACE. Estoy aquí porque soy parte de la comunidad de Los Ángeles. Necesito traductor.
Okay. Traducción, por favor.
Your hair looks
Hello, my name
incredible.
is
Thank you.
Ellen
It's just
Arriaga.
air
I'm part
drying.
of ACE, and I'm here as part of the community here in Los Angeles.
Estoy aquí porque realmente, como todo ser humano necesita respeto, merece respeto, tenemos que tener mucho cuidado al abrir nuestra boca cuando hablamos de otras personas. Y creo que ese es parte del respeto que merecemos como seres humanos. Por muy pequeño o grande que sea la persona, necesitamos ser respetuosos con cualquier persona. Por esa razón estamos aquí para ser voz de nuestro pueblo y que ustedes, que son las personas que guían nuestra ciudad y son las autoridades, deberían de tener primero esa parte, el respeto hacia las demás personas.
We're here because we're all human beings here, and we all deserve respect. And we're here because everybody deserves to have the respect. And as a voice of the people here, and you guys should have respect for us as authority of this grand city.
Negros, blancos y gringos somos iguales. Eso es lo que tenemos que ver ante los ojos de Dios. y tenemos que respetarnos unos a los otros.
Gracias.
It's interesting how there are no
Gringos,
Asian people at
white
these
people,
meetings.
and black people, we're all children of God, and we all have to respect each other.
I don't know if we've had any Asian
Thank you.
speakers yet.
Your name, sir?
Reverend Walter Contreras.
Oh,
No,
okay,
I
we
can
called you over
see,
here. Please, the floor is yours.
Mostly YouTube chat,
Yes,
but I
you
can
heard
see
it
when
all.
something's
I am
I mean,
here
Twitch chat, but I can
just
also
to
see
give
YouTube.
a word to
I'm
all
just,
of you
it's hard because
leaders.
I'm also watching.
Consider the fact that this is a moment that you can cease and do the right thing. And I am requesting that you lead well, and that God will give you grace and wisdom. If you do the right thing, the future is ahead. If you decide just to, things as usually and don't worry about the stuff that is being cried out of the public, then you'll pay a very, very strong
Do I have any
price.
interest in running for political
Make sure-
office?
Make sure
I don't.
you hear the voices.
I don't think so. I don't
you
think I
do
have the right
right
brain for
thing,
that.
And remember, apology, confession, and forgiveness does not go by itself. Amendment. To amend things
This
is
council has no
very
respect. They
important.
voted to make
So
homelessness
I
illegal,
feel for my friends
essentially.
because I also worked with them, but I am very disappointed. They need to resign. Thank you.
Thank you, gamer guy.
Thank you, Reverend. We have Charles Zhu, Nancy Villanueva, and Genaro Leal. Perhaps I called your name, though. Ma'am, su nombre, por favor.
Anabela, mi nombre es Anabela,
Sí.
soy miembro de ACE. Necesito intérprete, por favor. Yo estoy aquí como madre y estoy
Thank
bien
you, mi amor.
decepcionada como mujer, especialmente por Nury Martínez. Como mujeres,
You can guarantee that combos
necesitamos
similar to the
como
racist
madres,
combos in
somos
LA
las
City Council are
cabezas de
happening on
los
Capitol Hill amongst
hogares
Democratic
y
leaders as
necesitamos
well.
educar a
Absolutely.
nuestros hijos. De hoy en adelante, no más racismo.
Yeah,
Por
having a
favor,
D next to your
líderes,
name means
líderes,
nothing.
representantes de nuestras comunidades latinas, por favor,
My
eduquémonos.
YouTube has been
No
kind of
permitamos
political.
más racismo.
If you
Nuestros
look back at my
niños
older
van
videos anyway.
creciendo. Y qué decepción realmente escuchar
Momento.
esos comentarios allá
Momento.
afuera.
Translation.
Hello, my name is Anabela, and I'm here with Ace, and I'm a mother, and I'm disappointed by Nury Martinez. Disappointed as a woman, because as a woman, we are the head of the household, and we have to educate our children. No more racism, please.
Mixed
And
with.
as leaders of this town, please, no more racism. We have to teach these to our kids.
Nuestra comunidad latina necesita mejores representantes y por eso tenemos que tener esa visualización de ahora en adelante, como escoger nuestros mejores representantes latinos. Gracias, que Dios los bendiga.
Gracias.
Our Latin community needs better representatives that are visualized, that are better than the ones that we have. Thank you.
Okay, I'd called Charles Zhu, Nancy Villanueva, and Genaro Leal.
Morning, Council. My name is Charles Shu. I'm an organizer for ACE in District
Oh,
10.
who was it? Just
And I
asking
want
if
to
there
say
were
this.
any
I want to say that before Nury Martinez, Kevin De
Asian
Leon,
people giving comment.
and Hida Cedillo said what they said in words, they and many of their colleagues, many of whom are still in front of me right now, said it in actions. They said it by passing the largest LAPD budget in history. They said it by passing 4118.
Yeah.
They said it by
Fuck
ending
4118.
tenant protections in this city when we are still in a state of emergency. They showed their contempt. They showed their contempt for all of us
Get 'em.
through actions. And
Get 'em.
you showed as well, Mitch. You should not be up there because you personally ordered the fascist LAPD stormtroopers into Echo Park Lake in March 2021, and we still have not forgotten. Not only did those 3 members have to resign, but the entire structure that they represent needs to be torn the fuck down. Get out now!
Okay, we have Nancy Villanueva, followed by Genaro Leal, followed by David Q.
Muy buenas tardes. Yo estoy nombrado también, mi nombre es Marco Sánchez.
Good comment. Good comment.
Y necesito traducción. Soy miembro de ACE, desde el 2013 estoy con ellos apoyándolos. Y yo creo, de verdad que ustedes tienen un cargo importante. Tienen las decisiones de nosotros como comunidad. Si nosotros no estamos aquí, ustedes hacen lo que
Un
hacen.
momento, por favor.
Claro, no me refiero a todos.
Momento.
My name is Marcos Sanchez, and I'm here with ACE. Since 2013, I've been here supporting them, and I think that you guys have a very important post here.
Ahora, para ser breve, nada más les quiero decir, cuando nosotros hacemos algo mal, algo malo y que nosotros nos llenamos de vergüenza, si ellos tienen una poca de vergüenza, Nury, Kevin y Gil, deberían de salir por donde entraron, porque ellos no nos representan a nosotros. Ahora caemos en cuenta por qué tanta gente en la calle, porque ellos, como consejo de la ciudad, no han hecho su trabajo. Dejan que los dueños nos estén hostigando todo el tiempo sin deberles un solo centavo de renta.
Now, I'm here to say that when we do something wrong, we are riddled by shame. And now Nury, Kevin, and Gil have to leave through the same door that they came in through. Now we know why there are so many people on the street, because they have not been doing their jobs, and why they let the owners harass us, the tenants.
Solo para terminar, como ustedes visten y como yo visto, no me define quién soy.
Gracias.
La verdad, lo que nos define quiénes somos.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias. And translation.
What I'm wearing and what you're wearing doesn't define who we are.
All right, Nancy Villanueva, followed
Eva
by
snoring.
Genaro Leal, followed by David Q.
Hola, buenos días. Necesito traducción. Mi nombre es Nancy Villanueva y estoy con la organización ACE. El día de hoy estoy aquí para exigir dos cosas.
My name is Nancy Villanueva, and I'm here with ACE, and I'm here to demand two things.
LA City Council
Quiero
bankrupt.
que los racistas y clasistas,
They do pause the
Nury
clock during
Martinez,
translation.
Kevin de León, Gil Cedillo, sean destituidos ahora por sus comentarios estúpidos.
I'm here
Not wrong.
to ask that the classist and racist Nury Martinez, Kevin de Leon, and Gil Cedillo leave now due to their stupid comments.
What's your ethnicity?
Número dos.
I'm Mexican.
Queremos una extensión indefinida de la moratoria de desalojo para proteger a los inquilinos negros
Are
e
any of the three going to
indígenas
speak at all? No,
que
because Nury took a leave of
atacaron en su
absence. She's
complot.
not there. I don't know if Gil Cedillo and Kevin de Leon are going to say anything. I hope so.
Extensions
They,
of
we heard from Mike Bonin, you know, the
tenant
father of
protection for
the
Black
boy
and
that
Indigenous
Nury was mocking.
community that they did not
And then
help
they
as
just went
part of
straight
their
into public
plot.
comment.
Y esto lo hicieron para quitarle el poder a nuestra gente angelina, a los negros, a los indígenas y a nosotros los inquilinos.
And they did this to remove the power from us Angelinos, from the blacks and the indigenous, and us, the people of Los Angeles.
Los queremos afuera ahora. Gracias.
We want
Thank
them
you.
out now. Thank you.
Genaro Leal, followed by David Q, followed by Abby Robles. Genaro Leal, David Q, Abby Robles. Next, we have Sergio Vargas, Gina Viola, Sky Cheng. Was your name called?
My name is Abby.
Abby Robles, please go ahead.
Necesito traducción. Mi nombre es Abby, yo soy organizadora del Distrito 10 en el área de Los Ángeles. Vengo el día de hoy para decir que lo que hizo esta individua, Nury, es una persona muy
Gina
ignorante.
Viola gonna
Porque
speak?
si ella
Who's Gina?
se fija, se corta las venas y me las corto yo, tenemos la misma sangre corre por nuestras venas. So, es una mujer ignorante que se ha pasado el estudio por las nalgas.
Memento. For translation.
My name is Abby Robles, and I'm here with District 10, and I'm an organizer in the LA area, and I'm here
yeah.
because what Nury Martinez said was ignorant, because
Yeah.
if she cuts her veins and I cut my veins, we still have the same blood running through, and she's just ignorant, and her education, she could rub it in her butt.
Es indignante porque si se ponen a pensar, todos somos hijos de Dios, todos somos iguales, no importa el color o la raza. So, hay un Dios que todo ve. Y pido
Yeah, Captain
hoy, yo no
Napton, if you
vengo a
want to like
negociar, porque
scrub to the
obvio que
beginning
no
of the
venimos a
video,
negociar, que corran
he's the
esta
only one that
gente
like speaks.
así hoy. Venimos a exigir porque el pueblo es el que está hablando. Ustedes ya, su palabra de ustedes ya no vale.
Gracias.
I'm here with indignation because we're all children of God, regardless of race or color. And I'm here to demand, because it's obvious we're not here to ask anymore.
Rip Art
That
LeBeau.
you guys get rid of these people, because we are the voice of LA. Thank you.
Thank you. Sergio Vargas. Is Sergio Vargas here? No. Followed by Gina Viola. You're next. Followed by Sky Chang.
Spin dash.
Congratulations. It took you 30 seconds to show everyone that you are not capable of running this show. Not at all. We want Mike Bonin up there for the remainder of this term.
It should be Mike
When we
Bonin.
walked through the door today, there should have been 3 life-size posters of their resignations up
Yep.
for us to see.
Yep.
Are we still paying them? Are they getting
Yes.
paid today?
Yes, they are.
That's despicable. 4118, repeal it today.
Repeal it.
It is clear that
4118
that
is
is anti-black racism.
what
And
criminalized
each and every one
homelessness
of you who put
and
forth any 4118
like an extra 20% of
addresses,
LA or so.
you all need to resign next as well, because your anti-blackness is on full display.
It expanded
and it's
the
coming
anti-camping
out
zones.
loud and clear. I am sorry for what happened to Mike Bonin.
Just
I'm
kicking
sorry
the
what
fucking
happened to his
can.
child, what he had to live with and say. But let's be clear. That's how they talk all the time. And anyone else who is in the room with them is
Yep.
talking like that too.
Yep.
So that's what you need
That's
to start paying
'cause they're so
attention
used to it.
Who else is in the room with them? You are not my president,
Thank you.
Mitch. Step down. I
Sky
don't want
Chang, followed by
Thank you.
Brock Lee.
Thank you.
Sky Chang, followed
Brock
by Brock
Lee?
Lee, followed by Arnold Sachs, if Mr. Sachs is here. Sky Chang, Brock Lee, Arnold Sachs, Jason Reedy,
Did you see how she wiggled the table?
Eric Brightwell. Arnold Sachs is here. Arnold,
Let's give her a
please
treat.
take the floor if you would like to speak. Will be followed by Jason Reedy or Eric Brightwell or Billy Green. Those will be the next 3 names.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. Arnold Sachs. I signed up for several items. You continuously disregard the CEQA laws. You're going to go green, you're not going to go green. We're in the midst of the worst water shortage ever in the state of California. And yet you continue to build more high-rises. Why is that?
Mr.
You
Sachs?
can't do both.
Which items did you want to speak on?
Mr. City Attorney, I'm speaking on the agenda. How's that sound?
Well, I don't
That
think so.
chiquiada.
It's hard to disappoint you.
So
Little.
which items did you? Yeah, I think all the items that you wanted to speak on that could potentially involve CEQA were continued, which are 14, 16. So let's set you for a minute, and then you can talk about anything in the subject matter jurisdiction of the city. Please continue. Go ahead.
You just cut me out at 3 minutes. You bastard.
So you have a minute.
Thank you very
Please
much,
go ahead.
cocksucker.
This
So,
guy.
Thank you. So anyway, all you need to
Oh,
do
I
is spend
remember
a
this
little
guy.
time and pick up some of these booklets. They're all around. You can pick up a County Services Act. It says right here, Mark Ridley Thomas does want to do away with the Affordable Care Act. Who came up with that? President Obama. Who was he?
This guy's kind of
Black president.
Can you speak into the mic, Mr. Sachs?
He was a black president. Mark Ridley Thomas. They had signed up
guy's a
15,000
loose
people
cannon.
at
I remember him.
$1,000 a head. I went to a meeting. People came up to me and said, "You keep going after Mark Ridley Thomas. He stole $660 million of federal funds, and he used it to build a fucking stadium in Las Vegas instead of helping the homeless people. We have homelessness. We have a Brown Act. We have LADOT, Title IV. We have Metro has a different title.
Thank you, Mr. Sachs.
Thank you, Mr. Greenspan. Thank you. Next, we have
He sounds like
Jason Reedy,
Seinfeld.
followed by Eric Brightwell or Billy Green.
So I think
Is
it's
Jason
Mr.
Reedy,
Reedy's-
Eric Brightwell, or Billy Green in the chambers?
I think Mr. Reedy's up, so your turn.
So item 19 in public comment.
Sure. So item 19, we'll give you a minute, and then we'll go for general public.
All right, so I'm also here with the blacks. It's 10:11, so fuck 12. The state of Ethiopia is currently engaged in a genocide in Tigray region. So to welcome this new ambassador into these chambers and illuminate City Hall the colors of Ethiopia is signing off on the war crimes they have committed. That's the main reason to vote against this. But besides that, every member of this council should be voting down any motion by KDL until he resigns. He has no place on this council. In fact, KDL, I know you're watching. There's no place
KDL's
like
Kevin
home.
De Leon.
Did you see us outside your house yesterday? Didn't know the K in KDL stood for Kansas, you racist motherfucker. KDL's been anti-black longer than I've been alive. His apology read, "I regret appearing to condone and even contribute to certain insensitive comments made about a colleague and his family in private." You seem to think that you're in trouble for talking about a colleague behind their back. No, you're in trouble for saying racist shit. You didn't appear to condone or contribute to these comments. You did condone and contribute to those comments. But don't worry, soon enough, you'll have plenty of time to work on some new movie references, you fuck. Moving on to general comment. Justice in this bastion of Babylon is few and far between, but we have descended down these halls ripe with racism to demand the resignation of KDL, Gil, and Nury. I'm here today as a black father to this black baby boy. Our black boys are robbed of their innocence, of their joy, and of their humanity on a daily basis. Black Thought recently put out a verse where he raps, "Black boy that grew into a blacker man." And you see all these black men in the crowd today that were once black boys. As black boys, we are painted as menaces to society, unruly and unintelligent. We are constantly dehumanized by people like Nury, who label us as monkeys, and people like KDL, who think that our lives are worth nothing more than a handbag. Society, including this council, would make us think that due to our
Oh yeah, I
melanin, we are
forgot to
malicious,
include
that
that
we
in
are
my video,
magnificent
but
and magnetic.
Kevin
All right?
De Leon said that
Nury
Mike
felt it
Bonin
was her
has his,
responsibility to provide a beat down to a
his
three-year-old
black son
boy,
with
but
him,
somehow
like
it's
Nury
not within her
Martinez, has
responsibility to resign.
like a Prada bag
And
or
so
a Louis
within
Vuitton
70
bag.
minutes,
Like
this trio of
he's
thinkers
an
insulted every
accessory.
marginalized group in LA, and there's no coming back from that. So behalf on every black boy, black man, and black person,
The council
we need to
president that
resign,
resigned
retire, and
as
go to
president is Nury
Eric
Martinez, but she's
Brightwell-
not present.
Eric Brightwell,
but
followed
she
by
is still a council
Billy
member.
Green, followed by Guillermo Torres.
Hi, Eric Brightwell, public comment. Martinez, De Leon, and Cedillo don't need to resign. They need to be removed immediately and barred from ever holding elected office in this state ever
I like
again.
that better.
It goes deeper than them, though. This whole body needs to be radically reformed.
Nury Martinez
The
stepped
casual
down as
racism and
president, but she's
homophobia,
still in the council.
The FBI indictments, the backstabbing, classism, and contempt for constituents.
Or did she
As
just
someone
step
who
down
loves
right now?
this city, I'm so upset with, disappointed by, and embarrassed by our city council. What we all heard sadly confirms what a lot of us have long suspected, that many of our public servants care only about remaining in office and retaining power and not about representing the interests of those who look different from them or who lack their power and wealth. There is currently too much power in too few hands. Los Angeles is home to 4 million people. It is the second largest city in the country. It is by many measures the most diverse city in the world. Too large and too diverse to be adequately represented by any 15 people.
What, gang
Certainly
violence?
too
Oh,
large
the
and
sheriffs.
diverse to be represented by those who seek to divide us into the blacks, the whites, and the Latinos, and then pit us against one another.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have Billy Green, followed by Guillermo Torres, followed by Donna Jones.
Good morning. My name is Billy Green. I'm former president
This meeting
of the
technically
Beverly
started
Hills
at 10.
Hollywood NAACP.
It took about
To
45
Nury
minutes for them to
Martinez,
start.
Gil Cedillo,
And then public
Kevin
comment
De
started at
Leon,
about 11.
I do not accept your apology. You said what you meant, and you meant what you said.
Yeah, they did.
There is no apology needed. The three of you do not belong in leadership in this city. As a citizen of the city of Los Angeles, I believe you should resign ASAP your position as council members before you do more damage to this city. We need leaders who can bring this city together. Do not divide us. The redistricting for you was all about power and divide and conquer.
Yep.
More power for you and the community. That's what you were looking for, is more power and to divide this city.
Thank you. Guillermo Torres, followed by Donna Jones, followed by Hassan Zuniga.
Hassan? Oh.
Hello.
Different Hassan.
My name is Guillermo Torres, and I am an interfaith program director for clergy
Imagine
in
if
the
Hassan
United
gave public
Congregations.
comment.
What has been exposed now is something that has been happening for many, many years. The disconnection of the dignity of other communities by the oppression of another community. Of people in power who have that responsibility To him that much is given, much is required. They fail not only us, they oppress not only the black community, but they have oppressed all of us as a human race. Many times we came before the city council to tell you about this, that this was happening, and I'm glad that it was a wake-up call for some
People
of our
have
neighbor
been
partners too.
complaining about Nury Martinez.
All these
and because she
construction
was in
sites,
power,
how many black
she would
workers
turn
do
the
you
mic
see at a
off.
construction site? Huh? That's been going on for years. Sheriffs, Chicano gangs oppressing black communities. In the sheriffs, how long have they been oppressing black and brown communities?
Yep. Villanueva.
Right? So
Sheriff Alex Villanueva had the audacity to post, hey, did they mute him?
Who were once in bondage in Egypt have become.
Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have
Lame.
Donna Jones, followed by Hassan Zuniga, followed by Christian Green.
I love offering
Good
Eva something that she
afternoon,
doesn't like.
Thank you for allowing me to
So it makes me
speak.
feel better
I
about
just
eating next to
want
her.
to thank Gil
No.
Cedillo, Nury Martinez, and Kevin De Leon for
Resign.
showing us your real face and making sure you'll never be anything else in this city. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Hassan Zuniga, followed by Christian Green.
Other Hassan.
Hassan, I'm an organizer at ACE in South LA. I work with Latinos, Mexicans, Indigenous, and Black people. Marquise knows we have a lot of
Do you have
meetings
any
on
plans
that.
to go on to
And
UIT
I
again?
translate most
When
of
they
these
invite me?
meetings. And I work with this community. Last night I spoke to them, and they felt that this was something that they already knew in the community. They're aware that our politicians have those hidden meetings. It's embarrassing to see that. It's embarrassing too that last year we had to be doing public comments to know that we were fighting each other for districts in District 9, District 8. They were embarrassed with the situation. They want an investigation on that. And also in District 10, because we did hear that they were plotting to get somebody on their side, which is we know they're politicians, that's what they're going to do. But it's embarrassing that they got caught. Also, as we heard other colleagues in ACE, we want to make sure that the extensions of COVID-19 get extended even more, because we knew their plans were to end it as soon as possible, and they were with the corporate landlords. I mean, what else can I say? You need to resign. Kevin De Leon, Nury Martinez, and everybody else. Thank you.
Thank you. Christian Green, followed by Shian Smith, followed by Said El Hawari. Christian Green or Shian Smith or Sadeh.
I appreciate that they're letting public comment go
Audrey
longer
G.
than the hour. Like, they know that
Audrey G in the house.
the people want to fucking talk about what's happening.
Thank you. All right, the floor is yours.
So until you have all three resignations tendered and accepted,
yep,
this is an illegitimate body.
Yes.
We might as well, we're wasting our time.
Yes.
Not only illegitimate, but anti-black, a tool of the LAPD, anti-poor people, and
Classist, yeah.
anti-homeless. And I just want to end by
Thank you,
saying that
Electric
the worst
Snow.
part of that ugly, secret, backdoor, Brown Act and civil rights violating meeting was that it was probably absolutely
Normal.
run-of-the-mill.
Yep.
Audrey G. Oh, that was you. I'm sorry. We have Ramel, followed by Nikolai Aitanir.
The person who leaked that on Reddit
Ramal,
must
followed
feel
by
like so
Nikolai
scared,
Aitanir,
but
Reverend
also
Shane
so
Harris,
happy that they did. Because clearly they knew
Reverend
something was
Robinson.
wrong. Like, that's why they recorded. Huh, Eva? They had to have known. They had to do
Dr. Jill Humphreys.
Love you.
Oh,
I
sir,
love you to bed.
your name, please.
Reverend Shane Harris.
Oh, yes. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Council, and I just want to thank Councilmember Bonin as a former adopted African-American child in the foster care system. Just want to thank you
Oh, the foster care
for taking that
system.
child in. I think it's imperative that all three of these council members resign.
Your dog is so
as a
chill. She's my
national
best
civil
friend.
rights organization, the People's Association of Justice Advocates. That's the national civil rights group that I lead. I'm here to stand with the local activists and the local leaders and calling on all three of those council members to resign immediately, effective today, because they cannot handle the city's business.
Nope.
Secondly, I'm asking the State Attorney General to investigate. I've already issued a letter to the State Attorney General asking for an investigation of civil rights violations in that meeting. And I
That's
support
great.
the efforts of an independent redistricting commission. We did it in San Diego. It showed impact. And I think it's imperative that that happens here. So thank these local leaders, and we call on this council to request the state attorney general to investigate, provide a civil rights investigation of these meetings. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a great idea.
Dr. Jill Humphreys and Cliff Smith, followed by Mike Gwynn. Dr. Jill Humphreys, followed by Cliff Smith.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Jill Humphreys. I'm a native Los Angelina, a Black California, and with the Blacks, and who also stands in solidarity with Indigenous and Armenian LGBTQ communities, humanity, basically. I stand before
I
you
love
as one of our
all of
professors
these
and cultural
public
ambassadors
speakers who
representing
are
US higher education,
including
educational
I'm
exchange
with the
programs where I've
Blacks
taught in both
in it.
Ethiopia and South Africa.
Because remember,
just
Nury
recently
told
returning.
people that she
As a
doesn't like
professor of public administration,
District
I teach
Attorney George
democracy.
Gascon
Right.
because he's
Part of our
with the
public
Blacks,
policy or
and
foreign
that she
policy, supposedly,
fucking hates that
we are
guy.
the beacons of democracy. The actions of our city council members and labor union president is beyond the pale. It undermines the work many of us are engaged to create a more accountable and representative local government, and also humanity and world, and it's hypocritical. You're the case study that I'll be using to illustrate in the U.S. that we are
Did
an
they flip
emerging-
the video
emerging
feed? Oh my God!
Still.
They might be using another
Right, so when
camera.
I go back within the next year to African universities and working with local policy people and students, I'm going to use this as the model case study. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you Cliff Smith? If you hold for just one quick moment, I want to make sure that I
Where's the audio
didn't
so
miss,
quiet?
Reverend Redeem Robinson. No? Yes? Okay. So, Reverend Robinson was actually before you. Mr. Smith, you wouldn't mind holding.
Here,
for
I
just
need
a
to pee
moment.
really
Thank
quick. Can you guys watch Eva? Make sure she
Good
doesn't get into
afternoon.
any
My name is Reverend
shenanigans.
Redeem Robinson. I bring you
Yeah,
greetings
you're gonna have a
as the
babysitter,
Minister of
okay?
Social
I don't
Justice
trust
from
you.
the AME Zion Church, where
I'm
we're
just
the
kidding.
church with the Blacks.
I trust you.
So, very simple. I get tired of politicians talking about Black Lives Matter this and Black Lives Matter this and that. But meanwhile, we have people on this city council who are conspiring to disenfranchise Black voters. I got a problem with that. And so I am hoping that this city council will hold Cedillo, De Leon, and Martinez accountable. And we are asking for full resignations, not no half-ass resignations. We are asking for full resignations and in full investigation. I do believe that open meeting laws were violated. As a former school board member in Arizona, I know for a fact open meeting laws were violated. So I ask that this council will do the right thing and say Black Lives Matter.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend. Cliff Smith will be followed by Mike Gwynn, followed by Reverend William Smart.
Cliff Smith, I'm the business manager of the Roofers and Waterproofers Union, Local 36 in Los Angeles. We represent hundreds of the hardest working construction workers across the city, many of them Oaxacan, many of them immigrant, and many of them African American. As the union representative, we add our voice to all the organizations that are here today to demand the immediate resignation of council members Martinez, Cedillo, and De Leon. We do not want to see these people back in this building ever again. Council member Martinez, you are a coward and a punk to put in for a leave of absence and not show up today to face your constituents. Do not come back. Take your permanent leave of absence and do not show your face anymore in this building. Roofers Local 36, we've taken care of our business at the LA County Labor Federation. This body needs to take care of its business and make sure that these three people are excommunicado in this building.
Thank you. Mike Gwynn, followed by the Reverend William Smart, followed by Dewey.
Good afternoon, honorable council members, decorum being said. My name is Mike Gwynn. I'm a board member of the National Association of Black Social Workers, local member, several organizations, but I'm also a board member of Park Mesa Neighborhood Council. And so what's already been said and understood, I'm not going to repeat that. The reality is, what do we do after this? And not just relegated to our those three individuals who are Hispanic, I'm talking about the whole council. And the reason I say that, I worked for LA County for 25 years. The black and brown individuals did the same thing. You know, we all trade barbs at each other, not just brown, it's black too. But the reality is that they got caught slipping. So let's, by extension, let's make sure we clean house. Beyond the resignations, we need to make sure that there's other protocols in place to make sure it doesn't happen again. Now, you respect the position, but sometimes that person is very hard to respect in doing their job. Outside of that, what we do outside of our homes also reflects on us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Reverend William Smart, followed by Dewey, followed by Andres M.
I love when they don't get
My
cut
name
off.
is Pastor Smart, and as many of you know, I represent the Southern Christian Leadership Conference of Southern California that was founded by Dr. Martin Luther King. And so there is a decorum I have to bring to every meeting as I represent him. Right now, our community is bleeding, but I want to thank.
Well, yeah, Ron Herrera was like a big labor guy, and so
Labor Federation.
The fact that he was involved was incredibly disappointing to a lot of like
this community,
union people.
like I have never seen before. Blacks, African Americans, Latinos, Asian Pacific Islanders are coming together. And so the warning is to you. We just heard what was on the tape, but there was an attitude that caused this. They had a mindset of taking over and being in charge. And so I warn you, if you don't handle your business, the community is going to handle the business.
Thank you.
Also, you know, it was shitty when I uploaded my video yesterday about, the council members needed to resign before we learned about it.
Dewey, I'm also with the blacks. Shame
Some
on
people
all of
were
you.
just like,
resign and make room in those seats for the people
Tell
who
you
are
after.
a reflection of this community, not money hungry, power chasing, paper chasing, evil racists who are even racist towards their very own. But the real black and brown people who make up the majority of the population in the city of Los Angeles, California. Apologies are not enough. You must resign. There is no other option. There is no excuse. You have not only been exposed as to what we have always assumed you to be, racist, the world got to see who you really are. Many were complicit as well who are up here today. Aren't you embarrassed? This is embarrassing. You take money from your own. You watch your own live on the streets and you kill your own. You lean so closely to white supremacy. I'm happy to tell you, you are a white supremacist. White supremacy comes in many shades. You are the spectrum. Nury, Kevin Gill, Mitch, Baby Eric Garcetti, and many others should be embarrassed for the shame that you put on your ancestors. Resign. You are not fit for this work. Booed no matter who.
Thank
I was saying that people were commenting like, wow, a Latino against another Latino, like you got to protect your own. And
Thank you, Speaker.
oh, why are you against your fellow Latino? It's like all for calling out her racism.
Followed by Mike S.
That's shitty.
Hi.
Like
I'd
just because she's Latina, I should automatically side with her when she's saying racist, awful shit. Especially when it comes to her history with homelessness.
Tia or Theo, because we all know we have these family members who have these conversations at their dinner tables, in their grocery stores.
Yep.
And I would never want them to sit in that body where you sit there right there, Mitch O'Farrell. This is atrocious. We should not have people who are racist, anti-indigenous, anti-black, colorist, classist. Everything in the book was in that tape. And those seats should remain empty forever. Cedillo, Leon, Nury will never set foot in this body, and you guys need to move a motion to remove them if they don't resign. Period.
Honestly, yeah, remove them.
Thank you.
At this point, if they don't resign today, they need to be removed. Huh, Eva? I think they need to be removed too.
First, I just
think
want to
so.
say it was a miracle that I made it into this city hall. A miracle. There are hundreds of people outside banging on the fucking door and seeing Mitch. Oh, let's talk about Echo Park, Mitch, and how you hate unhoused people and how nobody got housing because my mom works in homeless services, and unfortunately, she met Nury. She met Nury, and she told me, this is Nury. This wasn't a slip up. This is her. Okay, and that's the only conversation we've heard. How many of you sitting on this council right now have had those closed door talks, fucking racist, bigoted? You are a disgrace. None of you represent the people of Los Angeles. You never have. It's clear. 2020, we were begging for the police to be defunded into the community. fuck the police, and fuck this city council. You're a disgrace.
And I believe we already heard from Mike S. Mike S. we already heard from. I have no other speakers in the queue.
Oh. Wait, what the
Richie,
fuck?
Did you fill out a comment card?
We didn't even hear Ricky, and there's no speakers on the queue? That's a goddamn lie. Oh, is that Ricky?
Yeah, you have 1 minute. 1 minute to.
Is that Ricky?
Okay. Thank you, Mitch. I put my name in as Richie earlier in the meeting, and you haven't called on me yet. So I 2 seconds ago, I just put Mike S. in. So thank you for finally calling on me. I want to say that the things that we heard on the tapes, this is just City Hall culture. I mean, you all exhibit anti-black behavior. Paul Koretz, he just put out an attack ad attacking a 20-year-old black kid named Sim Bilal, a youth activist for the Kenneth Mejia campaign.
Kenneth Mejia, city controller.
And said he was a dangerous black male. So that anti-black behavior, they
cut off his mic.
Yeah, all white people are racist, and this.
Stop cutting him.
Yeah, racism exists in this world, and you all perpetuate it. Mitch, you might be the worst one.
All right, so that completes our public comment.
Did he say all right, bucko?
For coming in today and offering the remarks. Did you fill out a card as well? Please give us your name. Okay, so we never called you your name again?
Eva.
Nick, go right ahead. Yeah.
All right. The comments that came to light this weekend are disgusting, but they also point to an ecosystem of racism and disrespect in the section of it. It is only more infuriating that Kevin DeLeon and Gil Cedillo decided to come in today and sit before us, the people, without their resignations in hand. Members of this council have called for the resignation of all the involved individuals. I further call on you to pressure them by refusing to conduct city business until Nury Martinez, Kevin DeLeon, and Gil Cedillo resign from their positions representing the people of this city. Nor are they the only council members guilty of anti-black behavior, and those 3 resignations will not be sufficient.
Can you guys hear Eva?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's.
Also, this is not the first city council meeting.
And if everyone could please take a seat so we can proceed.
Where Ricky had to use a fake name in order to get called for public comment, because they know his name and they purposely don't call
we shall
him.
Continue.
Just because he's very critical of them.
We just heard everyone in public comment express the outrage and anger and hurt.
Yep.
This council must grapple with devastating transgressions by 3 of our colleagues that were brought to light and the deep wounds and suffering their actions have caused to the people of Los Angeles and to
removal,
members
resignations.
Of this body. These transgressions must be confronted and dealt with.
How?
I, for one, am hurt, angry, and sad. I join all of you in those emotions. As we continue to process this, let's take stock of this city, and we as an elected body have faced in recent years not just a global pandemic or a movement for social justice and equity or the crises of homelessness and housing, but a series of scandals that have rocked this chamber. These past episodes have already deepened, damaged the public trust, and have already jeopardized our ability to do our duty on behalf of those we serve. And now this.
Remove them. Here, I'm going to bump up his volume.
Unlike any other. What we do now and in the immediate days and weeks to come will be pivotal. And colleagues, we can, we will, and we must meet this moment. The casual racism, the abhorrent language, the dehumanizing racist reference describing a child, a
That's
black
why,
child,
I don't like
the son
that
of a
Mitch
colleague,
O'Farrell is heading this
the
meeting. It
denigration
should be
of indigenous
Bonin.
peoples, which we just celebrated last
Unless,
night at
like,
Grand Park
mentally
Indigenous
he
Peoples Day.
doesn't want
and the
to.
Oaxacan community was there and strong and in force. The familiar tropes against LGBTQ plus individuals, insulting words describing an Armenian American, the clear abuse of power, carving up the city for pure political gain, the notion that giving renters a greater voice in their government is somehow wrong, profoundly unbecoming and profoundly unacceptable.
Okay.
Colleagues, at this critical and devastating moment, I'm here to affirm there is no place for this. There are no excuses.
Good.
Not in this chamber, not as a member of this body, not in this building,
So
not
kick
in
them
this
out.
city, not in the
Remove
year
them.
2022, not ever. Councilmember Bonin, you and I are the only LGBTQ members of this council. I was at you and Sean's wedding. You have a beautiful son and a beautiful family. And in many communities, including the one we both belong to, we build our families. That is a big part of our culture. Your family is an inspiration to all of us, all people, including me and my partner, George. Our hearts are with you, Sean, and your family at this time. You deserved better. We deserve better. The people of Los Angeles deserve better.
Move to remove them.
I do not believe we can have the healing that is necessary or govern as we need to while Council Members Martinez, De Leon, and Cedillo remain as members of this council.
Mitchell Farrell doing something right.
With a heavy heart, but this is a heavy and a deeply tragic moment for this city. The court of public opinion has rendered a verdict, and the verdict is they all must resign.
Okay, Mitchell Farrell. We can agree on something.
They need to consider what is best for the city and the people of Los Angeles. That is the only consideration. They must ask themselves, what will be their role to help us heal? And
if they don't
and
resign
can that
today, they
healing
gotta
happen
remove them.
If they remain around this horseshoe, and I believe it cannot. In the coming days, there is an enormous amount of business to attend to. I preside before you today as acting City Council President, but I state unequivocally, I have no interest in seeking the Council Presidency myself.
Oh, thank God.
I had no ambition to be a President pro tem, but I answered the call to serve, as I have always done. My only motivation then and now is to be a public servant, and as I sit before you now, presiding in this capacity, in my role, it is
He's
to
not
help
resigning.
us
Mitchell
get
Farrell was
through
not
this moment,
one of
and
the
help
members on the
set
tape.
us on a path
But
to
he's
stability
calling
and to
for them to be
healing.
removed.
To that end,
I mean,
today
resign,
I
for them to resign.
introduced a motion that calls for the election of a new permanent council president next Tuesday, October the 18th.
Okay.
The work of
Oh,
my
it should be
life
Nithya.
is public service, and my job now is to help us heal and move forward.
I don't know if
But
Bonin
while
would
I
want to do it.
serve in this temporary capacity, I also believe that part of my job at this juncture is to ensure we reform the way we do business on this council. The comments at the center
Oh my
of
God,
this
if Nithya's
storm
president?
came from a discussion on redistricting. They stemmed from business that was before this council at the time these recordings were made a year ago. And if we are to regain the trust and faith of Angelenos, we need to make some big changes.
Good.
Today, I introduced a motion that calls for major reform of the city charter, the city council, and how we approach redistricting, representation, the topics at the center of this crisis.
Okay.
The size of this city council has
We'll
been
see what
15
happens.
members since 1925, when the city of Los Angeles had just under 1 million people. Today, we are a diverse metropolis of 4 million. And this council should reflect and represent the residents we serve. A ballot measure that increases the number of council seats will help us meet that goal and involve Angelenos in the process, as will an immediate redistricting process should the people decide they want an expanded city council.
Interesting.
Tomorrow, before this council, we will consider another proposed ballot measure, one that calls for an independent redistricting commission for the normal process we undertake every 10 years to determine council boundaries. This will be another opportunity for us to ensure that we restore a sense of transparency, trust, and faith that Angelenos deserve to have in their government. This is indeed a moment of crises, but it is also an opportunity to demand and receive accountability and to make some structural changes that make our city government better. But in order to be better, we need to do better. And that starts right now, right here. Los Angeles is a
Resign.
special and unique place. We love this city. It is beautiful because of its diversity. It is beautiful because of the diversity of people and cultures that live here and who come here to build a better life. It is beautiful because it is a city of dreamers and doers, of creatives and creators. And it is a place that people are drawn to because they can hope and they can imagine and they can believe in stories and ideas and ideals that are bigger than themselves. This moment is bigger than all of us. And we are the legislative body that sets the direction for this
She licked
city.
a peanut.
It is the privilege
That
of a
goes in the trash
lifetime and a responsibility that defines us, never more so than in this very moment. This is the city of angels. And this moment requires us to appeal to the better angels of our nature that reside within all of us. We must confront the violations of trust, integrity, professionalism, and confidence that are before us. And we must demand better. We must demand action, and we must deliver change. And if we do those things, I am confident we can move forward into a brighter future for the city we love and for the people we serve. And I thank you for that. And I'm going to call upon Councilwoman Rodriguez.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. O'Farrell. I just want to address.
Agree that they got to resign. I'm not a big fan of this girl.
For the
of
obvious
this woman.
betrayal that was exposed, it wounded everyone. No one was spared in the despicable remarks and acts that were conducted by 3 colleagues on this council and the head of the County Federation of Labor. For me, as the daughter of Mexican immigrants, as someone who represents a community that has been betrayed and is this is not reflective of who our community is, of the hardworking people who have sacrificed, who
Calling
have
them to
struggled
resign.
to make it in this country.
She's another,
to afford
council member.
us the very privileges that we are all afforded today. And so with that, colleagues, just felt it was very important to be
Call them to
perfectly
resign.
clear, because I've said it many times.
Call on them to resign.
There
or
is no
move.
excuse. There is no room for the behavior that was exhibited. And I demand that my colleagues resign from this council.
All right,
so
2.
that we can continue to build the trust
Both 3, including
for the people
Bonin.
and begin the healing that we need here in the city of Los Angeles. Thank you.
Resign, resign, resign. Great. Great, great, great.
Seeing as there are no other speakers on queue, thank you, Ms. Rodriguez.
Really? No other council members are going to speak on this?
What do we have before us?
Approval of the minutes of October 7th, 2022.
Right. Councilmember Rodriguez moves.
Okay.
Councilmember Rahman seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Why isn't
Councilmember Bonin moves. Councilmember Blumenfield seconds. Next.
Why isn't Nithya Raman
Council may now
speaking on
vote
this?
items 11 through 13, 17, 19, 20, 22, and 22 through 26.
So now they're moving on to their actual
Those
agenda.
items shall now be voted on. Madam
And they're
Clerk,
just
would
going
you
to vote.
please
So
open the
regarding
roll, close the roll,
all of
and
the
tabulate
like the
vote.
leaked audio stuff, I don't
Can I-
believe they're going to be doing anything else.
Thank you. Next, open the roll. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah,
I'm
the
trying to
council may
see.
now vote
Did
on
she
item
issue a
18.
statement?
Thank you. We may vote on item 18. Please open the roll, close the roll, and tabulate the
Yeah,
vote.
the people who made them should resign. Okay, so she did on Twitter say that the other one
Let's
should
move to
resign.
Closed session items.
So that's
and
good.
I would like to refer to Mr. Krikorian, our chair of the Budget and Finance Committee.
Cool.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Oh,
President.
oopsie.
Items
All right.
27 through 33.
Yeah, they're
are
just talking about
matters
other stuff
that
now.
were considered by the
Okay,
Budget and
well,
Finance Committee, which
let me drop 'em.
recommends Approval of the city attorney's recommendations. These are routine matters.
Eva. All right. I'm going to head out. I've got to walk this little dang baby. Do you want to see how she reacts when you ask her if she wants to go for a walk? Here, let me adjust the mic. Eva, do you want to go for a? Do you want to go for a walkie? Oh, she didn't even let me finish my sentence. That's the baby. That's that dang baby. Anyway, if anything else comes of this, maybe I'll make like a follow-up video or something. But I figured a live stream, we could watch this in real time. Eva, I'm coming. I've got a little baby to walk, so I'll see you all. But thanks for watching this with me, everybody. Dang. No, that was one heck of a city council meeting.